The industry perspective is a space for those in the industry to speak freely about their experiences without fear of retaliation or a negative review. The views and opinions shared here are solely that of the individual and do not reflect the establishments in which they work. With that said, if you feel offended by these jokes, fuck it. We weren't expecting to get tipped by you anyway.
Ooh,
Wow.
Nice.
That psyched you up.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
don't
That
break that chair,
happened.
baby.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. We are back. We are so back. We're not outside. We are so
We're
far
hella
back.
inside.
We are never going to be outside. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. Shout out to Robin for the way she did her own thing, too.
Yeah.
She just like stitched some words together and then put it out there. I was like, that'll work.
She remixed it.
She
Yeah.
did.
She did a remix.
She
That'll
she
do.
chopped and screwed it.
Yeah.
Chopped and scooted?
She chopped and screwed it.
Screwed it. Okay.
Screwed it. Yeah.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Huzzah,
Hi.
bitches.
I'm dead.
We're back, Kia.
And
I'm back.
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Welcome back.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
back,
For those out
welcome
there who
back.
may not know, this will be Kia's last episode for now. She is actually moving to Australia next week.
She's going down under.
Down under, you dickhead.
Yes.
I'm sorry, was that that part?
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh. I was like, what?
I did say something, but I'm
She
not
said
repeating
something.
it.
It might be a no-no.
Not repeating that one.
I'm like, not repeating that one.
I didn't
Nope.
hear it either, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
And start drinking Foster's.
Oh God, what's
Australian for
Oh.
beer.
that? Oh, I don't drink
Wow.
beer, so that's just unfortunate
It's
for me, right?
It's
there.
like a big wide ass fucking can too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh Jesus!
I've never had it, but now I kind of want to try it.
I'm like so scared because I'll be so far away from Mexico, so like tequila is like not going to be a thing.
Oh, I was like, why is that a problem? for
Oh
you?
yeah, when you're so far away from Mexico, you lose out on seasonings.
Yes.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
good burritos, really good tacos, really good hot sauce.
Oh man, there's no Mexican food out there.
They have
A version.
their version. I had a burrito there once, and I was like when they say steak burrito, you know it's not going to be good. I'm like,
was
no,
a-
asada.
That was a wrap.
Like, come on,
it was a wrap.
like that's a salad wrap. It's fine.
No Mexican hands touch that.
Oh
That's a
no,
burrito.
I don't even think there's like a Hispanic culture out there.
No.
There's
Interesting.
no shot.
It's too far.
It is.
Yeah, but just like
It's
leaving LA.
too far and too big that it's its own continent
Yeah.
and country.
It's
Small geography
true.
lesson.
from LA to New York is still it's shorter. Like it's what 6 hours from here to New York.
Yeah.
Over there from Melbourne to Perth is like 10 hours.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
how
fucking
big
map
Australia is.
Does no justice.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
bigger than the United States.
It's huge.
It's fucking massive.
yes.
And like in the middle of it is just desert.
I think Australia takes up like almost the top half of Africa.
Yeah, it's
It's
It's big.
fucking
It's
massive.
big,
Yeah.
big.
I haven't looked at it recently, so
Well, no, it's cool. All the globes are actually not accurate because they're meant to be focused on Eurocentric white countries as
Yep.
bigger countries.
oh, but okay.
Because that's
It
why
was-
like Africa should be way bigger than it is on a
Yes.
map. Like
It was a whole religious thing too
Yeah.
to show like
Yeah.
how widely spread Christianity was.
Goddamn,
It's
not even maps are real.
Yeah.
not even
Oh,
map
oh,
for
oh.
real.
no
Yeah.
No.
Next
Yeah.
thing you know, you're gonna tell me Pluto's not a planet.
Ah, ha, ha.
overpopulation
Well,
isn't real. This planet is huge.
I will
according
not
to
sit for
NASA.
this. Come on.
I didn't sit in Miss Jennings'
So
fifth
those are the
grade
conversations
class for that.
that are had at the bar.
Yes.
To really back into the industry. What are they talking about? Well, that's how people talk at the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
just where it goes.
Yeah.
You kind of just start finding out really weird facts about things.
That is a bar conversation.
That is
It
such
is.
a bar conversation.
1,000%.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah.
You just find out like stupid random things that you should never ever know anything about, and you're just like these little tidbits of information are stuck in your head, and you're like, I know
I
this.
like that.
Which
I like that.
my bracelet?
Yeah. I fucks with it.
Kenya.
Yeah,
My
Represent.
Kenyan bracelet.
I like
I
it.
gotta have home with me always.
of course.
Always.
And that you'll be obviously closer, but
Weirdly enough, no.
No, right? No.
No.
wow.
Because I would have to fly up to Dubai and then back down to Kenya. Yeah. You can either
Are you
go
flying with Spirit?
Hell no. First of all,
Spirit
we're-
International. That is tough.
First of
That's a
all,
lot of
the
ocean.
Spirit,
Oh my
the Spirit
God.
go internationally because they shouldn't. That's how airplanes disappear.
Yo,
If
Over the Pacific Ocean.
If it was Spirit, you'd have to land in Colorado for some reason.
First of all, you'd be landing in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
I was
You,
saying, like,
you wouldn't even make it to Hawaii. You'd
they
be like,
won't put you on a international flight on Spirit unless you know how to swim. You
Yeah.
need to pass like a swimming.
the
class.
requirement is diving.
Yeah.
And some form of aviation knowledge in case you had to fly the plane.
Yeah, because they probably don't have
Dear
any.
Lord.
They probably don't have any pilots on that.
Spirit Airlines is the Long Island of airfare.
Not Long Island. Sorry if you're from Long Island and watching this, but it's definitely not New York. So
And
That's fair.
Spirit Airlines is
So
the Long
why
Island.
did you choose Australia?
So I was gonna go to Japan first of all. Like that's why I was learning Japanese all last year. But I couldn't get the work visa. And a girl needs to make some money.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because they're very strict on
Yes.
people living there. Like you got to have a job or be a student.
Something.
You had to be a contributing member to society.
Yeah,
in order
and
to
so
live.
like
It's
I
fucking
couldn't
insane.
and I didn't want to go to school, which I actually would need to. Like I would need to go to fully learn Japanese. I would need to be in school. That's like the only way it would stick.
Join the military.
No, thank you. I'm so good. I'm so good. I am too pretty for that.
God. No, join the military in
Yeah.
Japan.
I mean,
No,
no,
you join the military here. and then you go to
Oh,
Japan.
Get a,
okay.
get a MOS at stations in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that too.
No, I'm all
Free
right.
trip.
Mm-mm.
Just dedicate 4 years of your life.
Yeah.
Continue.
Shout out to the
It's
troops.
gonna be a no from me, dog.
Yeah.
But when you were going to Japan, your plan was to stay within service industry, correct?
Well, service industry, yes. I was trying to either work at like a hotel or something like that. But you have to be conversational in Japanese, and I'm not
You
conversational.
got to
It's
be
like
a colonizer.
conversational.
Okay, sorry,
Conversation.
Like
Thought I heard colonizational, and I was like, wait, what?
no.
You're not a colleague, you a colonizer.
I heard a keyword.
Oh,
like,
boy, what a world.
It was really rough because I had spent all year learning Japanese, and I was really stoked, to try and go out there and live there. But a girl gotta make some shmoney, gotta make that shmoney. So I decided on Australia because I have friends out there. Shout out to Tyler. I'll see you soon. And my 2 god babies. And I kind of like, because I've already been to Australia before and I loved it. Honestly, Melbourne is such a beautiful city and it's so lively. It's very young and hip, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like the LA or like New York of the country.
Is that
Oh,
where the opera house? No, that's Sydney.
That's Sydney.
Sydney.
That's
Sydney
Sydney.
Opera House.
Sydney's a lot more family oriented, very like like business, family, like that kind of thing. But like Melbourne is like alive, like more alive.
Less kids.
Yes. Yeah. So I've been there before and I was like, okay, I could definitely go out there. I have friends. She's basically my sister. So I'm like, why not, And I told myself I was going to do something absolutely crazy before I turned 30 and I'm 29 now. So it's time.
Here we are.
It's ticking.
Hey, if I hate it and I need to come back, I'm born and raised in LA. I can easily come
Yeah,
home.
of course.
But I just want to see, like, can I hang? Can I do this? Can I live in another country?
Yeah.
Like somewhere where I don't have a car, or somewhere I have to take public transportation, because in LA I can't. I physically, mentally can't take public transportation here. I am like a spoiled princess. It's terrible.
She said, "Ew."
No.
What is that with people that live in Los Angeles? Like, you guys act like you don't have any public transit at all.
I pretend that we don't.
No. Everybody I know from Los Angeles does the same, and I
Yeah.
was just wondering what that
I think I
is.
took a bus once when I was in high school and I got lost and I had to have my dad pick me up. So that was the first and last
Defeated
time
the
I
whole
took.
purpose.
Yeah, that was the last time I took a bus. That was
Cool.
great. And then there's like a metro.
There is. You guys have a subway system
It's
here.
downstairs.
Yeah.
I
Right down.
have
take it
never
all
been
the
down
time.
there.
Wait, and so even since it's been expanding, just you've had no interest in.
I have a car.
Have you navigated
not a
public
peasant.
transit
I
on?
have a
Not
car.
part of the common rabble.
Have you
Okay.
navigated public transit in other cities?
In New York, yes, and it scared the living
No, because
daylight out of
if you
me.
could do it in New York, I feel like you definitely
really
do the
do
public
that.
transit.
But I hated it. I
Oh,
was
you
so
hated it.
angry.
Okay.
Like, and my friends get really mad at me when I'm in New York because I'll be like, okay, I'll see you soon. I'm taking an Uber. And they're like, you are not taking an Uber. It's literally 4 stops away. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but that means I have to go downstairs and figure out if I'm on the right train. And I just don't want to do it. So I'm like, I'll Uber everywhere in New York. And I'm bougie. I'm Uber black, baby.
I will say though, like the buses here, it'll be like 5 buses to 1 stop, so it can get confusing.
Yeah.
See,
Because they
I
each
don't even
go
look
in
at
like
that.
one very slight different direction of slight stop, and it's like, all right, well, they're going that way, but then they split off.
Each of those buses has the number.
Oh, I know. No, I know.
Okay.
I know, but I'm saying
just-
for
Oh, I don't know.
like an
Oh,
individual
okay.
like her,
I
she'll
do.
just like, oh, the bus? Okay, cool. They
You
said
just
take
hop
this
on the
bus
bu-
on this stop.
If this bus stopped here, it must be going where I want to.
But
But
go.
there is an app.
The amount
for
of
that.
people I've seen stop a bus to ask the bus driver for directions is insane.
Wait, they stop the
They
bus
stop
driver?
the bus
Yeah.
to ask the bus driver for directions on which bus they need to get on.
Do you
I've
like?
seen
Can't you
people
like put it
holding
on your phone?
Now you can,
Yeah,
but that's
it's
like
like
a
there.
very recent thing.
There's this
yeah,
app.
but
it's
I've
called,
seen
what
it
is
very recently.
Transit
Yeah,
as well. Like,
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
transit app or like a
months
metro, right?
Yeah, there's an app for it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or also when you use maps, can't you like put in like
Yeah,
Now,
you can.
now you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably in the last like 5 years or so.
well,
heard?
that's as long as you've needed it.
Yes. That's fair.
Yeah, but I'm very I cannot read public transportation
That's fine.
things.
No. Sorry to
well.
get off detour, but I
Yeah.
just had that question about general LA.
Yeah, it's because we grew up like driving, so it's
fair.
just you have a car. It's just
Yeah.
a thing.
Like,
I've been
what
taking
is
public
this
transport
bus?
since high school.
See, again, I did it one time.
I prefer it.
And
It's
I
better.
got off the bus because I was like, we're going the wrong way. I don't know how or why, but I think I'm on the wrong bus
So
right
you're gonna
now.
figure it out in Melbourne.
Yeah, over there, they're public transit. So they have trams. Like, so they have the trams and they have the trains.
Nice.
And then they also have the buses.
Oh,
Trams, they're actually, I really like the trams because I don't like them because they stop every 2 seconds because it's literally like every corner they
wow.
stop.
Yeah.
But
Oh, like the little like trolleys. that
yeah,
you would see?
yeah,
Oh,
uh-huh.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love
So
me
they
a
stop at
trolley.
every like don't get me wrong, it'll take you forever to get wherever you're going if you just do the tram. But if you take the train first, get to God knows where, and then you hop on the tram and you just have to walk like 10 minutes and get wherever you're going.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
That is a big move. So,
Yeah,
you
I know. There's going to be some reels for sure on my Instagram of me being lost on public transportation. I promise you that. The first day I arrive, it's going to be like, where am I?
And do you plan on doing a service industry job when you get there?
So yeah, I actually got offered to do manage this event space / coffee shop that are next to each other in this really, really nice area in Melbourne. So that's really nice. I get to be a manager. I get to have like my own team. Yeah. So
Have you managed before?
I've done more like lead stuff. Like I've never like actually been a manager, but I've done like more lead
I mean,
things.
it's kind of like the same shit, just a couple more responsibilities, extra keys, and better pay.
Extra keys and better pay. Yes,
Need that.
absolutely.
That's
And
it.
I am okay with that.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I need to fully do like a 180. Like I've been working nights for so long that I feel like I need to have a job where I work during the day and I get weekends. Oh my god, guys!
Weekend.
Like
like
we
that
work
about
Monday
weekends
through
off?
Friday from 7 to 3, and then I'm free.
Wait, you're off by 3?
Yes.
Holy crap.
You know what? When you spent like about a good month there, we'll have to figure something out so where you can like get on a call with us.
Oh,
and
yeah,
tell
little
us, like,
Zoom.
how
Yeah,
the industry is out there. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm sure it's different.
It is. So
I'm sure it's vastly different.
LA is very customer service based. Like we are taught here to like, and obviously if you're in the service industry, you know that you're taught to be very very like for the people. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, exactly. Like you're taught to be very, very like for the people. Over there, they're more on like quality of like food and like stuff is more important than the actual like
quality over
over the customer service. And so when I was interviewing, you know, the lady was actually kind of telling me like, you seem like you have very good like personal. You good?
He's gonna speak in Morse code. I don't know if the mics can pick it up, but
It doesn't.
it
but
doesn't.
It doesn't?
Oh, that's great.
Oh no, that's
doesn't.
hilarious. Are you sure it doesn't pick it up?
Not really.
Oh,
But
so
I'm
you
not
guys have
hearing
no idea what we're laughing at. Basically,
Yeah.
his chair
My
is
chair is squeaking to no end.
Yeah.
it's
And
giving.
I know the old mics used to. I just don't.
Oh,
think
so this
the-
one isn't picking it up.
Yeah,
That is so good.
Yeah, I remember when Mark was here. Shout out to Mark. He was sitting in that chair, and every time he would move, you could just
You just hear that
squeaking.
little
It's just-
me.
But I don't.
You can actually move yours a little bit back.
Oh, back
yeah,
this way? Okay, perfect.
Because you were clipping over there. I
Oh,
saw it.
okay. But yeah, that first of all, hilarious. But I think they wanted to onboard me and they want to see how I work with a team and then also try and implement some of my like customer service skills and also like team leadership skills. Like they don't do pre-shifts. Like they don't do like all that. So she wants me to come in and kind of like, you know,
Do a pre-shift?
do pre-shifts,
Oh my
make sure
God.
that we have like
Ooh,
family
I know who
meals
you could ask
together.
to do a pre-shift.
Yeah.
You
Do
just
like
gotta
family
go
meals
over to
together, like
Yeah.
making sure everyone's like happy and likes each other, and like if they have issues with someone, why?
Damn.
Yeah.
Here to come in there like fucking like Tony Stark and just be like, all right, look, this is what we do. This is how you do it. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. But apparently in Melbourne, coffee is like the biggest thing. Like, you know, if you go to like France or Italy, it's wine. Like Australia, if you learn how to make coffee in Melbourne, you are like at the peak.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Crazy considering how far they are from where coffee is grown.
well,
and
they
shit
grow
like
their
this.
own coffee.
Oh, they grow their own coffee?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
not surprised, but also surprised.
So
'cause
like they're
I
very
thought it was gonna
like
be a
they're
big
very
import.
picky with their coffee. Like it's a very like niche thing. So you have to be able to make amazing coffee in Melbourne.
I mean,
Like-
all you
I'm a
do is
bartender, not a barista.
all you do is like crush up the beans, pour some hot water, and call it a day, right? That's all it is.
And is this mainly like more so coffee, or do they really get into like latte art and all that type of shit too?
It's more of the coffee, like the espresso, the Americano. Like that's like yeah, you can do like the art and stuff. I'm not really a
I've been working on it.
There's machines for that now too.
I'm like I am not really an artiste, but hey, who knows? In 2 months we'll see how I'll start sending you guys photos of my coffee. See if my art is good. You know.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be needing to work with the machines as much because I'll be managing. But hey, if they're in the weeds for, you know, opening, like I'd hop in and help them.
I'm just really struck on the fact that they prefer quality of
Over
food
customers.
over quality of service, because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was something we had discussed previously where it was like, oh, like that was something I'd ask people like, oh, what do you prefer, like fire food or fire service? And obviously everybody here says service, and
Yeah.
over there it's like food. It's like, yeah, whatever, service. This
You
and
want
that.
good food, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, me, I'm somewhere in the middle, but like service does matter too. So
service
that's
matters
really
huge
interesting
for me. But I think we
Interesting.
actually talked about this on one of the other podcasts. Like, what do you prefer more? Do you want
Yeah.
good food or do
We
you want
definitely
good
discussed
service?
it.
Right.
I can cook at home. I can also be nice to myself at home.
And that's what
But
everybody says.
If I leave my house,
You want good
I
service.
want like please be nice.
But if over there, if they put a quality of food over service, that's interesting.
Right? Isn't that weird?
I'm gonna live vicariously through you while you go in to these other restaurants and tell us about it.
oh
Like,
yeah.
how's
their-
the service?
their
I don't
food-
know. They called me a cunt a bunch of times, but I wasn't
bet.
offended.
Their food scene is
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
their-
Their
that's their
restaurants
word.
their restaurants are fire.
Their word out there is cunt.
It's used regularly.
They
used
throw it out
in
there like we
normal
throw out bro.
conversation.
No way.
Like instead of
Yes,
saying yo
way.
bro, but like you fucking cunt, how are you?
Oh, that's Boston.
Yeah, that was
It's
a
the
bad
same.
accent, but they
It's
say
not a great accent, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the same. Like,
I'm working on my Australian accent. I have an Australian friend that I game with, and I try to emulate it.
Oh,
I got to hear him first and then do it.
but it's very. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good time. And I'm already on that side of the world, so going to Bali is like 4 hours away. Going to New Zealand's 3 hours away.
Ooh, yeah.
New Zealand, Nor.
Nar.
That's
Oh,
what they
nar.
talk out there. They add extra letters to their words.
Oh,
It's
okay. I was like,
funny.
I'm lost, guys.
It's
We
even
will
funnier.
definitely have to play a video of someone speaking an Australian accent.
Bet.
for
No,
this
I
one.
used to work with somebody from New Zealand. She was like our event person and shit. And when, like everything else is fine, but when she would say no, like I internally just kind of laugh a little bit.
Yeah. But
was
also
like, oh, like,
remember,
oh, did you
New
drink
Zealand
today? She'd be like,
accent is
"No."
different than Australian accent.
Yeah, it
there's
is.
there's a
Really?
difference.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a cute little. Okay.
Yeah.
You
there's
can tell.
there's a
You can tell.
complete difference between the two. Starts getting harder when you start talking to British people and then you talk to Australians. But Australians speak very like fast and very like harsh kind of.
Okay.
Like British people are kind of like it's a little bit slower, and they kind of like have this like rapping style to it. Like I don't know, like British kind of sounds like they're always rapping. I don't know,
Fucking
But, you know.
Adele and her rapping.
like Stormzy. I'm just kidding. About to get hate from British and Australian people on
We
here.
love you all.
British accents.
We
aren't
love
real.
you all.
British accents are not real. They choose to talk that way. They can talk normally. Every British person can do a great American accent.
Okay,
So-
but a British person making fun of an
I thought you fell.
American accent is like the funniest thing. They always do from the South.
They do LA. No, they do LA.
They do LA or they do from the
There's
South.
LA Valley and then there's the South.
Yeah.
It depends on how ignorant they want to sound.
I'm dead.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Hey man, as Americans, I don't think we're doing we're as nice either. So it's okay.
Well, they can usually, UK can definitely do our accents usually a little bit better than we can do theirs.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which is why I say them choosing to talk that way is a choice. They don't have to. They choose to talk that way. They can talk normally like us. They can. They absolutely can. It's their silly little accent. I'm not gonna die on that hill, but you know, I'm just gonna keep talking about it. It's funny.
I'm obsessed with
I'm sure
you.
they feel the same way about us.
Oh, for sure.
Nah, not everybody can like he's
We're loud Americans, of course.
I was going to say that one thing that I've always been scared about going to Australia, because I've also wanted to go to Australia, but the wildlife there is the craziest
Yeah.
on
Everything in
Prehistoric
Australia is
fucking-
meant to kill you.
yeah.
Earth. Okay.
The smaller the animal, fair warning.
The more dangerous it
The
is.
more
Yeah.
dangerous it is. Everyone is always really afraid of like huntsman spiders. Don't get me wrong. The first time I see one, I will cry.
Don't they attack like bugs?
Yeah, they don't want you.
Yeah.
They don't want humans.
They want the bugs
They
in your
want
house.
the bugs in your house. So they're really helping you. But I mean,
They're
imagine
fucking terrifying.
getting up and going to the bathroom, and in like the corner is this bug
void.
that's like
This
spider
fucking
that's
void.
this big. I would start crying. I would just break. I'd be like, "The bathroom is yours now, sir. Good day."
You know what they look like? You know
I'll
those
go to the bathroom in the
It's-
kitchen.
you got it.
you know those Halloween decorations of spiders? That's how big they are.
They're
Yeah.
massive.
That
dude.
you go
They're
to
like the
Spirit
size
Halloween.
of
That's
your
how
face.
fucking big. No joke. That's how big they are.
I know this. I just
Yeah.
don't like hearing
I'm-
about it.
Speaking to the people too.
There was a video I watched, and it was a python that was in the gutters of this family's house, and it was like leaving the house going into the tree, and that thing was literally like 25 feet
and you're
long.
going there?
Yeah,
You gotta see what's up.
I gotta see what's up.
Yeah.
I wanna go hug a koala and like see if a
Befriend
kangaroo
a
will
kangaroo.
like fight a kangaroo.
I'll fight a kangaroo.
It's gonna be like Kangaroo Jack. Do you guys remember that movie?
No, I do remember, but I also remember that video of the dude that fucking punched the shit out of that kangaroo.
Oh yeah, because he
strangling
was
his dog.
strangling his
Then
dog.
the kangaroo was like,
What?
No one's ever
go.
done that before.
You want
He's
this?
like, I've never
like-
had anyone punch me
the
before.
kangaroo was like, oh shit. I'm gonna go too then. It's the funniest fucking video ever.
No, yeah, it's their wildlife is crazy, but their people are so hot, so I'm down.
Makes
Now we
up
know
for
why.
it. We love you, Australia people.
Their people are so hot, so I'm gonna take my hotness over there as
Isn't
well.
Margot Robbie Australian?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Facts were
think
made.
Chris Hemsworth
Mhm.
He's
and
Australian?
Yeah, all the Hemsworth
yeah,
brothers.
Mel
I
Gibson.
mean, his name is Hemsworth.
That sounds
Don't,
British
don't
to me.
let the Chris fool you.
Hemsworth sounds British.
No,
That
no,
sounds
no.
like a town in
He's
the UK.
definitely Australian for sure.
Yeah.
They got some hot people down there.
Oh, and so is Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Thank you.
Nicole Kidman.
Okay, so who's the first Australian
Oh.
you want to have a beer with? How about that? Just to tie it back into
Yeah,
the podcast.
sorry.
Is that what,
Somehow.
I know,
I
somehow,
thought
bring it
I
back.
thought this was an Australian podcast. No.
Dead. Where we would be canceled real quick if
Yeah.
it was. Who would I have a beer with? Ooh, I'd probably have a beer with Flume. I don't know if you guys know his music.
Oh, I
Flume
did
is
not know
Australian?
Flume
Flume
was
is Australian. Mm-hmm. I'd definitely have a beer with him for sure. Like to pick his brain on some music shit. So that would be my
What
vibe.
kind of music is this?
So he's EDM, but
okay.
he's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like melodic EDM,
Mm-hmm.
but he
What
also
shit you would listen to if you were tripping on shrooms?
Okay, bet.
or just normally,
Or normally too.
Word.
Shrooms or acid. For
or just
sure.
in your car.
Or just in your car.
You
But like
You had mentioned you're about to You said something about onboarding with them with the.
Oh yeah, so I have to kind of go in and obviously they like me in my interview, but I have to go in and kind of see if I fit the mold, if they like me,
right,
that kind of thing. You know,
Word.
just make sure like everything is working out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
then
fair.
I have to probably train for like a few days on like how to use that damn coffee machine.
Yeah,
because that's
your
gonna be,
customer service is gonna show out there so much.
Oh, yeah.
That I think you're gonna
gonna
make
be
that
overwhelming.
place excel, and people are gonna come to see you and experience your customer service.
Yeah, no, I hope so.
They're gonna
It'll be
hear
a
about
vibe.
you in that shop. Like,
Like, have you been to?
oh,
Have
they
you
got
been to-
this one person there. She's amazing. Blah, blah,
She's
blah.
definitely American, but it's funny when I was there. They would be like, I would go to bars and stuff, and this is a good bringing it back to us being a industry perspective.
Yeah.
The bars out there, you have to use a jigger. It is illegal to free pour in Australia. So your shot is that shot, and you have to pay for that. Like, there's no like free drinks. There's no. Yeah.
I mean, technically, there's no free drinks here.
Yeah, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But they have to use a jigger at all times in every bar.
Word.
That's like a thing.
How do they say it out there?
Jigger?
Yeah, how do they say it?
I don't even know if they call it that.
I'd love to know
I want to
love
know
to
how
know.
they say it.
Yeah,
I will definitely, my first bar I go to, I'll be like, what do you call that thing?
Yeah.
That one over there. Do you know the
Please
little
record
measuring
it.
cup?
Please record it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you call that? But there, it's a
we call it
vibe.
Sean Carter.
Wow.
What? Okay, that went over.
Jay-Z.
Oh.
We call it.
Yeah.
Some people call him Jigga.
Oh.
It's a
Yeah,
deep-
that
it's a
joke
deep
that
cut.
joke was not with me at
Sorry,
all.
it's a deep cut.
Call that a Shawnee. Sean Carter.
But anyways,
Shawnee.
it's gonna be a vibe, guys. It's gonna be a good time, good old time.
Wow.
Do they tip out there?
No,
Oh.
because they pay you a living wage.
Oh.
No way.
Oh yeah,
No
Wow.
way.
they
Wait,
pay you
that's
a
great.
living wage.
do you get
So
health insurance too?
And health insurance is free.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
What a notion.
Yep.
Wish I could get some of that.
Ain't that crazy? I can go to the doctor again.
Wow.
It's been like
Again?
3 years.
No,
It's been a while. If I go, they'll be like, "So how often do you drink?" And I'll be like, "Do
Whenever
you
I
want to
can.
know that? Do you
Yeah.
do I have to answer truthfully
Define drink and often
and often and how much?"
Um.
Well, I was gonna
So
say what.
speak-
Oh, no,
what?
you
No,
go.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
I was teeing up.
Yo, go ahead. Tee up.
Okay. So you being new to that place brings up a good point about like your training and everything. And
Yes, that's
how,
what I've been trying to segue.
Oh,
to.
cool. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Jesus.
Yeah. So we've all been to, maybe all of us have worked at a place where like they big it up and this and that, and you get there and you're being told 20 different things, then being told by the GMs like you got to go by the book, but nobody goes by the book, but then you get in trouble for going by the book and not going by the book and this and that. And so you just end up with like really shitty training, and then you are then blamed for not being a competent employee. But
I
it's
feel like you're.
y'all fucking suck.
I feel like you're speaking from experience. Please dive
sounds
in
super-
deep. Please.
Sounds really personal.
Sounds kind of personal.
I was-
Do you have a story?
Literally, like the rest of the lights fade and it's just a spotlight on
the
him.
spotlight right here. As he was speaking, I just felt like the
Yeah.
lights dim, and I was like, "Oh, this is personal."
I mean,
Technically, we could recreate that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We could.
yeah.
Just saying.
But well, I mean, just because I've heard the winds speaking of like,
Nigga,
a lot
what
of
kind
new-
of trauma
That's-
did you go
a lot
through?
of hires going
that
on.
Pocahontas?
And, you're going
I was like,
somewhere.
"Colors of the Wind,"
Color of the Wind.
Pocahontas.
You're getting hired somewhere, and it just seems like it's new hire season. So
Bro, show us on the end of shift report where they hurt you.
Where they hurt you? You can point on the
On my-
point on.
on my tip,
Oh, brought it home. They brought it home.
home run.
I
yo.
like that one.
Nah.
No,
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
one.
I like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
but no, definitely for sure. When I've talked about it here plenty of times, where working at Beauty and Essex, bad training from
people.
AGMs and GMs and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Name names. No,
Oh no.
Speak on it.
I can.
Speak
We'll
your
just bleep
truth.
it out.
chaos is my
We don't
middle
know nothing
name.
about that.
We'll just bleep it out.
I chose violence today.
Don't tell me to. I will.
You don't know nothing about that.
He really doesn't like this person. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
He does not like.
Yeah.
I forgot what my point was, but I was getting somewhere. You guys,
You-
I think
He was
you
blinded
lost
by
the
the
point.
I was.
For Kia.
I
so
saw
Kia,
red.
training
I
and
blacked
orb
out, saw
boarding.
red.
Yeah.
It's been a thing, and I'm sure we've all been through it. Like you go somewhere and training. Like I remember when I was training at Soho House, we had school. We had like school from 8 in the morning until 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We had like actual.
Were you opening the restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah, when you open a restaurant,
Yes.
I've been through that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
all
when
right, that's
when I opened at Catch Steak, I can say it now because I don't work there anymore. When I opened at Catch Steak, when we opened that restaurant, that one was a month of school, a month of being paid minimum wage and no tips.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord have
Sounds
mercy,
like a
that was the
bunch of fuck no.
longest training of my life.
Jeez Louise.
But like now, like because we trained for so long, I was there for like 2 years. We had like no one leave, like no one left.
Yeah.
We didn't hire anyone because we all stayed.
You guys all enjoyed the job.
We all were able to work together. You know what I mean? Like we were all there. We were all there together. And so they never had to hire anyone until like recently. Crazy, you know? And I feel like in LA right now, everywhere's kind of slow. So it's like everyone's looking for a job, but no one's hired. Like, but then when you do get hired at a place, they're like, it'll be amazing money. And then you're like, $120.
Yeah.
This is the same money I was making at the last place.
And I said,
I'll go back there.
I'll go back over there. I already know the menu.
Shit. I gotta go through this whole.
I'm like, I
thing.
don't have to learn a whole new menu. I'll just go back. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
There was
Yeah.
actually a place that's opening up, I think, by Staples. That I heard about. I'm like, oh, this is interesting, cool. And I was reading about it. It was on that bartender page.
Yes.
So I was reading about it. I saw, and they're like, yeah, everybody will be cross trained. I was like, yeah, no thanks.
cross training. So what they want to
I
be
was like,
server,
reading, I'm like,
bartender,
oh, cool.
busser.
Yeah, I was like,
host.
cool. Yeah, all positions will be cross trained. And I'm
Nope.
done.
Yeah, no, you missed me with
I'm
that.
good.
Missed me with that hard.
You want me to work 5 different jobs but get paid for one? I'm good.
No.
Sorry, that cross training shit is bullshit. Mm-mm.
Pay
Pay me more.
Pay me more.
Yeah. There you go.
Pay me more.
Pay me more.
Well, I guess my question would be like, where do you think some trainings are failing? Or
I think focusing on the wrong things. Like sometimes they'll focus on like, oh, food. Like, yes, food is important, yes. But they'll be like, they'll want you to know some stuff so much that you might as well just go into the back and cook it yourself. I'm
Yes.
like, bro, if I'm selling you a salmon, it's going to be a salmon, baby.
right.
Like the person who's coming in, and yes, I can tell you the allergies of it, but I don't need to how you make the how you make the sauce. No, I just need to know what's like
Yeah.
what allergies would be in the sauce.
Actually, that's a good point. If you have allergies, it should be your job to tell me, not my job to tell you what you could be allergic to.
Bro, if you want to
should
come in here and die,
with a list and say, this is what I'm allergic to. Is it in any of the food?
Yeah.
Let me go look it up. I can go look up a compendium or whatever.
Yeah.
Look it up. Oh, this has that. Cool. But the days of expecting the people to remember everything that's in every single dish and every single drink, we're not
ingredient.
Google. It doesn't make any sense.
babes,
We're
if
not
you're
books.
if
Also,
you're not
use your
working,
fucking eyes because it's on the menu. They
but
tell
if
you
you're
what's in it.
if you're not working at a Michelin star restaurant where they're changing your menu every day, different. Also, you're making Michelin star money.
True.
You want me to know
That's
this?
the thing.
I'll know it. For
Yeah.
$600 a night, I will be
Exactly.
knowing it. Don't you worry.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for not $600 a night, I'm sorry. I'm not going back there to cook this fish.
Yeah.
That brings up a good point because the place I used to work at first, and you know what? I'm going to say it because they did a friend of ours really dirty. So I used to work at this place called Tess over in West Hollywood. And
yeah. Say their name. Fuck them.
yeah, they did a friend of ours really dirty. So fuck that place, fuck them,
Yeah,
fuck
no,
the
fuck
owner.
that place.
They had like all the fucking the busser, not bussers / food runners, me, the bar back there. The bartenders had to know everything too. So like when we bring it to the table, it's would be like, oh yeah, here's your blah 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 with the blah 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 blah. And same thing. It's
You
like,
have like
I'm not-
you have like your drop lines.
yeah, it's like this is your fucking chicken with the fucking peppercorn and blah blah blah, this and that. It's like you have to name almost every ingredient there. It's like, well, so just put, like you said, put me in the back. Then I'll make it. If I have to know the ingredients,
Right.
let me
Yeah.
fucking just throw me in the back
You
and pay.
ordered it. You
Yeah.
should know what's in it.
Oh, that
You shouldn't be waiting.
Who
for
had
me
the
to
fucking
come back
duck?
and
You?
remind you.
that's
There
the
you go.
worst. Like you ordered, bruh, you ordered your food. How am I holding 3 hot ass plates at your table? And
I've got
and
30
everyone
burns
just
in
looks
my
at you.
arms.
There was like,
No one knows what they ordered.
And I have like burn marks on my arms from holding like hot
just
ass
like-
plates before. And I'm just standing there like,
That's not
Who
the
got the
steak
mac and
searing.
cheese?
That's my flesh.
no one knows who got the mac and cheese. No, we're just gonna look at me.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then one person will be like, oh, me.
And then you take it back. You're like, oh, where's the mac and cheese?
Bitch.
In your fucking face. How about that? I just threw it at you. Burn.
Oh, it's
I
so
got burned.
annoying.
Now you gotta get burned.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Scalding
Share my
mac and
pain.
cheese in someone's face is
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
That
No,
is-
they deserve
and
it.
some people deserve it.
Some
It is
people do.
true.
It's not just as they don't answer you. They look at you with the dumb face. They're like,
Yes. So
Why are you
clueless.
here?
like
People
they hear
forget
you
where they
and they're
are.
just like
They forget where they are. I can understand
Like
being in a place,
deers
you're
in a
trying to
headlight.
hang out, you're trying to have a good time, talking to your friends, loved ones, whatever, enjoying a drink. What I get all of that. That's why you came out. But you still are supposed to remember what you ordered. That's the only thing you
know.
need to remember.
You know
Yeah.
you fucking
don't
ordered
need to remember
'cause
how to make it.
sounded delicious. You looked at it like that sounds good. I want that. That's
Yo.
engraved in your brain, like everything. Reading it, it's just a whole mental thing. Like that's what you got.
Bro,
Ooh.
after
Why
I-
are you looking at me like a fucking deer in
After I
headlights?
make an order, I have a food porno going on in my head of how I'm going to eat it.
How
I-
we eat
fuck
it.
that.
How do you
I'm
not
waiting
know what
for
you
it.
ordered? I'm dreaming about that.
As I'm talking to someone,
Yeah.
it's just filling in the space until my food gets there.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
my
Come on
food getting
now.
there.
I will say though, in a restaurant perspective, I don't like restaurants where the servers don't write down the seat number of what food goes where, because it makes it easier for the kitchen to now your runners are bringing it out. It's seat 1, 2, and 3. There's this, and this. Perfect.
Yeah.
But if you go, we've all been places where you know damn well that these people do not take seat numbers because
Yeah.
they are auctioning off food to your table like you're at a fucking auction house, and you're literally standing there like, chicken, I got the chicken. Anyone got the chicken? Who got the chicken? Who got the
Doublings
chicken?
going once and twice.
And I'm like, you couldn't have just written seat 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
No.
not a thing. That's another thing with restaurants. I'm like, guys, just teach your servers and your runners what a seat number is.
No,
Yes.
literally, I've
Please.
seen that, and it's so frustrating because I used to be about the seat numbers, and then I would, pick up at somebody's table while they're on a break, and I see like the way that they've written the food. It's literally a 3 top, and they're all the way on seat 11.
Yeah.
because they're just ringing in
Chaos.
shit, just like, and I'm just like, okay, I guess we're just gonna.
Now you got to go run to the back, find the person, be like, Kevin, what is this?
What is this?
Who's seat 11? The table has 3 people.
It's 3 fucking
Who has
people.
who's seat 11?
Yeah.
Is it for you?
Yeah,
They're literally playing Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah.
with their plates.
I don't got time for that bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
Man.
just
it's frustrating.
put
as
the
fuck.
seat number down.
Yeah.
Make your
You know?
tickets make sense.
And that tying that back into like training, depending on where you're working at, and obviously there's levels to what kind of restaurants you're at. If you're working at like a bistro pub, you're probably not going to have seat numbers because everyone's sitting at super long tables, you know what I mean? But you still have to kind of like gauge, you're like, whatever.
Generally.
And then you have like your middle class restaurants, which is you're like, I feel like all of us work in like a kind of mid to high range, like dining.
Like redacted.
Like redacted.
Yeah.
Yes, like redacted.
Yeah.
Those kind of
Mid-range.
restaurants, you need like your seat numbers because the food quality is really good.
Hey,
You're
I'm
in a
not
great
mid just because
environment.
my restaurant is
The place
mid.
you work at is big.
You know,
Not
like
you.
yours, and then some of my former places.
Yes.
They're the same.
Yes.
They're like mid to high level. Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
there's $3 signs next to the restaurant. You know you're about to drop some money. Please, God, have a fucking table number. And then you have your $4 sign restaurants. First of all, not only do they have a server, they have a server assistant.
Yes.
They have
That's
a
your
busser.
place.
They have a runner.
There should be no guessing.
There's no guessing
No
because
guessing.
your server assistant's right behind you.
Yes.
I'm clearing the table. They're coming in.
Yeah.
Everything.
Looking
And
to play while nobody's looking because they're starving.
like, and then you leave there and you go to
Get a
McDonald's because you know you're still hungry.
you're
But you
actually
pay
still
like
hungry.
$1,000. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like depending on what level restaurant you work at, training wise, you really have to, especially being the new person when you come in, sometimes they'll ask you to do some really stupid shit. But hey, if the money is worth it to you in your head, just try and ask as many questions as you can.
Keyword if it's worth it.
If it's worth it. Try and ask as many questions as you can and try and get behind like their vibe, but also make sure that you're on top of your shit and that they're not fucking you over. Like If they're setting you up for success, amazing. Love that. If they're not, ask all the questions you can so that you two can be on par. Because when you start working, you're not. I would hate to be the new person on a server team and you just suck.
Yeah.
And no one wants to work with you or next to
faulty
you.
Training.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know. So ask all the questions.
Or maybe sometimes you do suck because you get like really comfortable in a situation because everybody's cool and nice and they have built this culture, but they have also worked together for a while. So like, and you just come in there thinking like, oh yeah, you're immediately part of the group, the team.
But
like,
you're not.
Oh, maybe that's what's happening. Because I was just trying to figure out, they don't suck, but there are some newer people on our bar team, and it doesn't seem like they're picking up.
They're not gelling with you guys.
They gel with people on a friend level, and like it's cool socially and all
They're
that.
too comfortable.
But it's also like when we're working together, just like we, as people that have been working together for like over a year, we just know how to work around each other. Like, okay, cool. I'm handling this ticket. You're talking to that person. I heard you need a wine. I'm closer to the wine. I'm already pouring the wine. Here you go. And like we just like work without saying much. Whereas like with the newer people, it just feels like they're constantly kind of deer in headlights, and you always have to tell them. And then you can also sense that they get kind of defensive because you're micromanaging them and like you're telling them too much to do. It's like, but you're not doing it. So I have to tell you, and I feel like I told you last week and the Saturday before that and the Saturday before that.
Like, I want to stop telling you.
Oh, baby, if I have to,
like Will said, that's when you got to step in and you got to tell them the right way. And even though management might be like, oh, they didn't like you saying it that way, it's like, well, I don't have to say it again.
I don't have to say it again, right?
Right.
But they won't do it again.
That's where it's lost, which is what Will was talking about.
Yeah.
That's what feels lost within our industry nowadays is you have to be so. No, I don't mean PC because there are a lot of things that should not be said anymore. But a lot of times, it does feel like you have to be so nice to people who are just not doing a good fucking job.
Right.
And we could get them out of here and get somebody else in who wants to do
I think these guys these guys are good. Here's the thing. Well, a lot of times when other people are saying the things or like directing them, and it sounds kind of mean because they're like, oh, they're shitting on me, but it feels like a jokey, you're kind of bullying me in like a fun, hazing way. And then when I say something, I'm just like, no, I see like 5 things you need to be doing right now that you're not doing, and
Why
you're
are you
also
just standing there?
and you're also just moving way too slow for the amount of things that we need to get done.
The thing
right
is
now.
is that they got too like it's great to feel comfortable in a place and welcomed, and like that's amazing that you feel that you're like, okay, cool, I fit in. That's great. We're not saying that's bad at all. It's just when you take that inch and you take a fucking mile, it's like you're way too comfortable and cozy. Now you're not doing the job.
And it's
great that you feel happy to be here, comfortable, and you fit in. Great. Now blend in and work well with everybody else.
Yeah.
Do not be the reason people have to pick up your fucking slack and do your job. Don't get too fucking comfortable. There is such a thing as being too fucking comfortable.
I will say I have gotten the reputation of being like the mean trainer, and it's not because I'm mean per se, like just to be mean. It's like. So I remember, recently I had a trainee who didn't last, and I was like, wonder why. Wonder why. And it was supposed to be a day where I was shadowing them. Now, it was a busier night. The person was running my entire section, and I was like, I'm gonna let you run this section, but if you start drowning, you're not messing up my money.
Yeah.
Not today, Satan.
That's my
not
fear.
today.
Yeah.
And so now the night's going on. This person is getting flustered and isn't being able to keep up with
The pace
that they need to be at. And I was telling them, I was like, well, first of all, I'm there just kind of watching. Use me.
Yeah.
Ask me to help you to do something.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. Tell me, I'm here for you. That's what you also need. They needed to learn. Like, you're not just doing this by yourself. You don't have to be super like Superman.
Right.
We are team. We are pooled money. Use your team.
You don't get extra money for being more tired later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to listen to me. And so at a certain point, I just started. Here's the thing. When I train, if I have to speak to you, that means you're already behind. So
Damn.
if I have to tell you something,
You hear
you're-
that, Aussies?
You're three steps behind already.
Prepare.
And so at one point I go, okay, you've just taken the order for this table. Have you told a busser to mark them for sushi? He's like, no. I was like, okay, well, also, did you get the drink order on that table? No. Did you do this for this table? He's like, and he got like really flustered, right? Because I was already irritated. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to push these buttons now.
Yeah.
And he was like, I need you to stop. And I was like, well, tell me what I can do to pull you out of the weeds, sir. Even though I knew exactly what needed to be done
Right.
to get him out of the weeds.
It's a process. It's not even hazing. It's just like it's a vetting process.
Yes.
Can you cut it? Can you make it?
Can you make it?
Can you make
and
it? This is what it takes. We can all do it. Can you do it?
Yes.
If
And
not,
at a certain
say
point, I was
something.
like,
And you're
bruh.
given grace. Like, you don't need to do it shift one.
No.
But just like show promise that, like, yeah.
And
I
it
was
sounds
like,
like
no,
they
no,
weren't
no.
communicating, saying, "Hey, like I haven't checked on this."
They were
and
just
that."
like,
They're
they went like mentally silent
Yeah.
and they went like zero dark, like just not there, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry. And at a certain point, I literally went and just did everything myself. And I came back and this man was still putting in this order. And I was like,
Uh,
oh, shit. My eyeball.
Exactly.
I was like livid. And like it's funny because as I've gotten the reputation of being a mean trainer, two of my trainees from before like came up to the new person and was like, she's hard, isn't she? And he was like, the person was like, she's so mean. And then one of the other trainees who had he's been a server now for a minute, he was like, yeah, she's mean, but she will get you to the place you need to be at and so you can work here.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm trying to help you
Yeah.
be able to work here and not have everyone absolutely hate your guts and never want to be in a section next to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That sounds very similar to what Will was saying too.
Yeah.
Like if you can do this here under me, then you can do it.
You can do it anywhere. You can do it in any single one of the rooms that we have, blah, 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 yada, yada. But nope, he did not make it.
Oh, well,
But that was what I meant earlier when I said let's get somebody else in here who can do the job.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Nothing against those people. It's just you want to vet those people from the beginning.
Yes.
Like you both were saying.
Yeah.
I think all three of you were really saying it, but why spend all that time letting you go through training and then you get through that 90 days and then 90 days after that you're still floundering?
Yeah.
You know,
Bruh.
that's not helping me. That's not helping you. Maybe you could have found another job.
We
within
are a
that
pulled
time.
house too.
Let's
like,
go.
come on. And our training for the new onboarder people was like 20 days.
Wow.
Because our food menu was really large, you know, and they want you to know every single detail, everything. Like the test that you're taking at some point, they write the name of the cocktail, and then you just have to.
Ooh.
They just write baked crab hand rolls, and you have to. It's not even like a fill in the blank. It's like you got to write it all out, you
Yeah.
know. So
Which again, as you said, if you're working at a place where you get paid accordingly, then that is to be expected. It's not like we're complaining about doing the work.
Yeah.
But, you know, the last place I worked at that was like that, I was not being paid enough to remember the entire menu. I'm sorry. Because a lot of the servers at that place made 2 and 3 times as much as me, and they didn't know the drinks. So if you don't need to know the drinks, I don't need to know the food. I need to know the appetizers. Because that's the majority of what I sell.
Right.
You know, so if I'm only going to be making X amount of dollars, I'm doing X amount of work. Don't cross train me, like you said. Don't have me cross trained as a server when I'm making so much less than what they're making, but you're expecting me to live up to the same standard without the same tools or reward.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
fucking
100%.
stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I also just hate training people too.
You like training
I hate-
people?
I hate
Oh,
training
that sounds on board. Yeah.
Yeah, because my fault when I train people is that I don't expect them to know how things are done at that place, but I do expect them to have like common sense
Okay.
as
that's
far as
fair.
like the basics of stuff. Like if you're a bar back, you should know bussing and washing dishes and restocking the bar, you know, whatever that entails, whether it's the fridges or this and that. I expect you to know that if you're bar backing. If it's your first time bar backing, all right, cool, you get some leeway. But if you've done it before, some kind of restaurant experience, I expect you to know at least that.
All you got to ask me is, where is this thing?
Yeah, where's the stuff?
You.
I'll tell you.
I got you. I'll tell you where the thing
And
is.
then I'll
and
train
then
you
I'll
on
never tell
everything
you
else.
again because you should know.
Yeah. I mean,
and,
for me,
and if you want to fake it, just say, "How do you do it here?"
Yeah. How do you do it
How do
here?
you
That's
do
an
here.
easy
Oh my God,
workaround,
yeah,
man. Such a
exactly.
hack. Just be like, "How do you do this here?" If you don't know what you're doing, ask me how we do it here, and
That's
then
the way
I'll
to
tell
cheat.
you how we do it here.
Yeah.
Pay close attention, and now you've learned how to do it here, which might teach you how to do it everywhere else.
Right.
Because I know people have heard me say plenty of times, if you got to lie on your resume, then lie on it to get the job. But if you're gonna lie on your resume, you at least need to know how to lie your way through the rest of it.
Yeah.
You got to You
Do
got to
not
pick up
get-
that
We're gonna
slack.
bullshit. Keep
Don't
bullshit.
get in front of someone like us and then be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Because I'm a bullshitter, so I can sense your bullshit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
How
a
do you
fake it
think I
till I
got
make
here?
it girly.
Also, like I don't like giving negative feedback on people too. So
Oh,
if
I do-
somebody
I
is
do it
bad,
real
I'm just
quick.
like, how'd
Really?
they do? They're cool.
Oh no.
I can't.
no.
I can't. I don't have it in me to
That's
shit
why
on
you.
somebody.
That's why you can't
Oh,
be a
no.
trainer, bro.
I hate training.
I love
Don't
training.
ask me how they did because
I love it.
I can't do it. As much as shit as I talk here and how mean and angry people seem to think I am, I can't shit on somebody who's trying a little bit or whatever.
I might actually just be mean.
I can't. I can't do it.
I love it.
Hurts. It hurts me to
I'm
be
like,
no,
oh,
they suck.
they didn't do well today.
Uh,
They need to learn their table numbers. I'm like, this is week 2. We need to know your table numbers. Sorry.
But I will hit a point where after some time and they're still doing the same shit, I'll be like, hey, so they kind of do this sometimes. I don't know, maybe see for yourself, but I'm not going to directly outright say like, hey, they fucking suck.
so you
Or-
dry snitch.
I don't try snitch. It's more like, hey, just keep an eye out, see how they do this and see if you agree with it.
Oh my
You know,
God.
maybe it's
No,
just
you
me.
have to be like,
Maybe
you have to
it's
be
because
straightforward.
maybe it's because of the way I work, you know, and the pace I work, and it's just like
You don't dry snitch, you anonymous tip.
You're not. He's
Definitely
literally an
anonymous
anonymous
tip.
tipper. He's like, hey,
like-
so you
there's
should
a
keep
deal
your
going
eye
on
on
in the
Aaron
dots.
today.
It's
Take a look at this little thing over there.
it's not that it's more so like I need to confirm whether it's me or it's actually them, because it may just be me.
True.
Like, hey, maybe
Absolutely.
they just can't keep up at your pace because nobody can, or maybe they don't do things the way you do because you're very super thorough and go above and beyond. I don't know. Maybe it is just me, and maybe they are doing a good job
Yeah.
to what they're getting paid and what's been asked of them. I don't know. That's why I go for confirmation.
We've done red flags before. Do red flags for newbies.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Red flags.
Training red flags.
Yeah.
Training
Let's
red
go.
flags.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Does anybody
Oof.
have one off the
I
bat?
know. Do you have one up, Rip?
Mine is just, and this is my biggest pet peeve, and I'll give some grace for this, but just awareness of what's going on at the bar or at the table. Like, even if you know your specs, cool, that's great, love you for it. But just like, hey, these three different groups of people sat down here. I have about 10 tickets in front of me. Maybe you don't need to keep on polishing that goddamn glassware. It's just like little stuff like that where I'm just like, I just need like awareness of what's going on and this initiative.
That's when I start yelling at people. I'm like, bitch,
No.
stop polishing
Literally,
the
my-
fucking glass.
My manager has seen me on production, and literally I just get super quiet and just like internally just like seething.
I do the same shit.
And she just knows, like, oh my God, Rob's literally about to rip this person's head off. And it's like, because I just see them and I see so much that needs to get done, and they're just like, and I'm just like, my guy or girl or they, just pick a ticket or pick a person, do something.
I would say mine definitely falls in line with that. If you see I'm servicing one person and then another person at the same time, but you see somebody else waiting and you're not doing anything that's important, whether that's stocking the bar or whatever, and you don't have anybody you're making a drink for, I don't know, maybe ask them like, hey, do they need a drink? So they stop waiting. Did that pick it up? Yeah.
No,
Oh.
but it was just
So just maybe turn around and look and see if
Yeah.
you can help them out.
So what you're saying is, if you see something, do something.
Do something.
Yeah, don't kind of just sit there and, you know, polish the fucking glass
Yeah.
or check your phone or
Yeah.
don't
Like, we're literally
Enter
here to
in-
make money.
enter in tips or fucking try to get cash back into the drawer by exchanging our cash tips. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just like it takes helping the customers takes precedence over all those stuff. Unless we have no cash in the drawer, in which case, yeah, tell me, hey, I need to make like $20 real quick. Let me do this, or tell whoever so they can do it, and then hope these people are paying in card. So I don't know.
I think
That's-
mine's a little bit different.
Oh, one more. And then if
oh,
it's
yeah.
a bar back, if I have to leave the bar to bus, yeah, that's a red flag. I shouldn't be leaving the bar to bus because I'm out of glassware.
Yeah.
Damn. Mine's like working at places that have a lot of celebrities coming in, because I've worked at a few places we have a lot of celebrities. I recently had a trainee. Oh God.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
No.
No. Oh God.
He goes up to this really famous. What is he? What is basketball?
Oh yeah.
Really, really,
I
really.
love how you figured it out by saying
By
the
saying it
word.
out loud, yeah. He goes with this really famous basketball player, and he goes, and this is like his like first week of training.
Oh.
He goes, my man.
Not the casual. I know you. The familiar. No
First of all,
way.
this guy was on the phone, and his whole like entourage
gets
is like with him
worse.
on the phone, and like literally just says it to he just says it to him, and the homie's like on his phone. He just looks at him like, what? And then like all the people with him were like, huh? This celebrity messaged our owner.
Oh no.
Like off rip messaged our owner, and they like took him off the floor and like let him go. They were like, I don't think this is
Oh
gonna
wait,
work
like
out.
you're talking about same night, like right.
This is
in the-
like, yes,
like oh shit.
yeah. So if you end up working at a place that has a lot of celebrities, just have a little decorum. Realize that they don't really want to talk to you, and unless they do talk to you, you don't need to talk to them.
No.
Not your place, not your business. Save yourself from getting fired by making a celebrity feel uncomfortable, because most are very nice.
But you know what? And even if you if you're compelled to, right? Because at my place, we've had some people come in, just say like, "Hey, man, appreciate your work," or "Hey, love what you do." That's it. That's even just a little something like, "Love what you
Yeah.
do."
Or just
Enjoy your
don't
meal.
say anything.
That's
Especially
what I'm saying. If you feel like you
but
need,
as a
That's
trainee,
always
to
been
them.
my thing. If you're not in front of me, if we have no interaction, I'm never gonna say
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
But if there's an interaction, I wait till the end of the interaction,
Mm-hmm.
end of the transaction. The same time I say thank you, I say, or thank you for coming, have a good night, whatever. Appreciate your work. Move on.
Move
Yeah.
on.
That's all they want.
Absolutely.
because then
They'll
know
appreciate you
they
more.
know.
'Cause,
They'll
like-
remember you more for doing that
Yeah.
than
Yes.
for being the person who disrupted their
like
night.
this is
I'm
like when
mad.
they first walk in the door,
God.
like
Big dog.
big dog.
dog.
Come
Fucking
on.
Tiger Woods mean big dog. Like, I don't even know you.
So bad.
That's
I was like, I've never cringed so hard in my life. I was like,
Eee, there's that word again.
Careful with that word.
Oh.
You might get called out by a
I've never
burner
been
account.
so. I don't want to say disgusted, because that's a little too much. I've never been so put off.
There you go.
There
Wow.
you go.
Find a way to complain
Put
about
off.
that one.
There you go,
Yeah.
burner account. Talk
Come
your
for
shit
me.
now, bitch.
Come find me.
I
19-hour
actually shut the
flight,
comment
baby.
down.
I know I saw that,
Yeah,
but I went ahead and undid it, commented, and hit it again.
That's what I wanted you to do.
So now
what
there's
I
probably a
wanted you
way
to
they have the notification, but they can't say shit.
I know.
So it's like
That's what I
fuck
wanted you to do. I just didn't want it to go any further. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, you get one more.
Yeah, I got mine in. It's like you can't say shit now.
Can't
Fuck
say
you,
shit.
loser. How? I got the last word, bitch.
You bitch, you got 86.
Fucking
86
loser.
from this chat.
Yeah.
And also 86 from the job. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks. What's
Got
yours?
to be smarter than that. Oh, mine is no matter what city or whatever job you work in, my red flag is one of the first things that a new hire asks me is how much money I make. That is always a big red flag for me.
Interesting. Yeah.
Personally, I feel it is definitely about the money. Fuck that. But you should have a good idea of a place before you get hired there.
Yeah.
You should not get there and be like, so how much money do we make?
I'm like, you've already been
You should
hired,
have
bro.
asked that during the interview.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time you got to me, we're supposed to be talking about training, not paychecks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So that's always been my thing. Whenever I get someone who's like that, I know that their work ethic isn't going to be, I don't expect everyone to have my work ethic or better than mine or even less than mine, you know, so to speak. I just expect for you to have something, some kind of work ethic. If you're going to be here, if you're going to be working this job, which is reliant on the customer liking us enough to give us extra money that they're not obligated to give us,
Yeah.
I need you here. I need you on. And if the only thing you're thinking about is how much money you're making, then I know you're not on, because you're not giving the best service.
Right.
You're like, and most customers who really tip well, they can see through that. So it's just never worked well for me.
Absolutely.
I've dealt with someone like that. It's an immediate red flag.
I will say I do have one more.
Yeah.
And it's the same trainee.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Damn, it just gets worse.
I don't like this guy. Obviously he didn't make it. Because, you know. But the first day I ever met this person, he automatically started just being kind of know-it-all.
Oh.
And that's I'm like, dude, you just got here. You're
That's
just learning you're like know-it-all.
What do you know if you just got here?
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, we at my last place, we did it like
my
that.
God.
But you don't work there anymore.
No.
Yeah.
So I was leaving the kitchen and I had ordered a bunch of food for this table. They were at the bar. They wanted me to just order all the food. The food will be on the table when they want to come to the table. Everything just be on there already. I was like, bet, absolutely. Ordered all the food, sent it in. Food is now fully arrived. So I'm coming out of the kitchen and I see them walking towards me, and I was going to walk them to the table, you know? I step out of the kitchen and this guy strong arms me to stop me from walking and goes, guests are walking. And as they're trying to walk, because they're waiting for me. So they stop and they're looking at me, and I literally went and I moved his hand out of the way and I was like, I know, I'm walking them to the table. And I literally walked them over. I've never been so mad. I was so mad.
And now you're trying to embarrass me in front of guests?
I was first of all, who are you?
Right.
Wow.
I never even met this person before, and I was like, did you just
Crossing guard me?
Wow.
It was like, guests are walking. You may not walk here.
And I was like, I can walk here because those are my guests and I'm taking them to their table.
Right.
So I'm confused what you're doing. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So you get the job, don't know what you're doing, and do not know your coworkers. You don't know your peers. You must also not know the uniform.
Yeah.
You must not know the uniform, because if you know the uniform and you see another peer wearing it, you know not to grab them by their fucking arm.
Bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What? He strong armed me. I was like, who? First of all, he is half my height. What the hell? Who are you?
So you're saying he grabbed you with a strong hand?
I will step on you. I will physically fight you, and it won't be fun because you're really tiny.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Wow.
hilarious.
Don't fucking play.
Yeah, I mean, grabbing a peer is definitely a red flag.
I can feel
Yes.
I think.
I'd say that.
yeah,
I think that's
it's,
pretty high
I'd say
on the
that's
red
a
flag
that's a
list for
pretty.
sure.
I was not happy with that one. I was
Oh no, absolutely not.
I was very mad. I was very mad that day. He and it literally put such a bad taste in my mouth that when I actually got to training him, he would literally tell me things that he was doing or what he was doing. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, he thought y'all were cool.
Oh, bro, I was like, dude, you need to listen to me. And he's like, but I got this. Don't worry, I could do it. I already got it. And I'm like, but you don't have it.
If you did, I wouldn't tell you.
I wouldn't be saying you have this if you don't have it, bro. Fucking weirdo.
So I wanted.
Speaking of people who don't have it.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So I've been spreading the word and telling my coworkers and people about this whole We Outside crew and everything like that. And,
Yes.
and some people are kind of confused and we're like, well, no, you can be outside. I'm like, hold on, time out. And I found the way to define it.
Yeah.
So you can be outside and say you're outside and have a good time. That's all well and dandy.
Yes.
But when you say we outside and being outside, that's more of a mentality.
yes.
So
Yeah,
being
physical
outside,
evidence.
yes.
Oh.
The definition that I have now christened upon the phrase "we outside" is being insufferable, inconsiderate, cheap, and annoying.
Damn.
So
I don't want to be outside anymore.
Yeah.
So when you have that mindset of being outside, we outside, it's just it's irritating to be around and to serve, because there was this one event at my job that we had. Well, it was like a show, like a talent showcase. It was kind of funny.
Oh.
It was all these.
Ew.
Yeah, it was like these. They were doing like reggaeton too, and I was like, this sounds like shit.
Oh,
Like, this sounds like shit.
Oh.
And one dude,
I didn't even know
a
you could
reggaeton
combine those.
talent show?
it
Why
wasn't a
would you
talent show. It was a bunch of artists. Like, it was this whole thing, and it was cool. Like, okay, this is dope, but like, it wasn't that great. And like, the main artist of it was being kind of annoying because they were being sponsored by
Who?
oh god, this is the worst fucking part, right? So one of the main artists,
Who are they being sponsored
one of
by?
the main artists, he was sponsored by this one tequila, right? So before we started, I go out there because security guard told me this and that, they want to bring this and that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go out there and I talk to the sponsor of it. He's like, oh yeah, here's a tequila, I'm dropping these off for them. And it was Irish tequila.
I'm sorry,
What?
Irish tequila.
but it can't be tequila. It had to. It can't be tequila
Yeah,
unless
so
it's
like
from
the
Jalisco.
story he told me was during like the French invasion, there
Oh.
were some Irish soldiers that were there in this one city in Mexico, and they helped them and this and that. So they took water from the well in there, and I don't know if they took it back
they
or if they
took-
make it there. I don't fucking know, but I'm like,
The agave.
I don't. It kind of sounded like some fucking fantasy backstory, and I wanted to ask more questions about what city, but I was just like, okay, fuck, I need to go back in and set up. So whatever, cool. So they give us these bottles they wanted us to promote and upsell. I'm like, okay, cool, we can do that. They were, and I mean the promoter, the artist, and everybody else there that people were setting up were under the impression, but because they brought their own bottles, that they could just drink it for free.
Ooh.
My boss said, like, no, give them the one bottle on the stage for their people. Cool. We upsell the rest. Cool. We had it, put it on display, had the little cocktail menu for them that they wanted to put up there. All right, cool. And so the main artist I was sponsored by, he comes up and, asks for the drinks and shots. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, so I was like, oh, it's this amount. He's like, oh, no, that's my brand. I was like, okay, yeah. Well, I still need a card on tab. You guys got your bottle up there. We got to sell it. And throughout the night, it was this kind of pushback where he was like trying to order more, and he finally gave me his card, so I put it all in his card. And he came up to talk to me and saying like he wasn't understanding, it wasn't clear, and I told him like, well, by law, I cannot give out free alcohol. So I was told by my boss, give you guys this bottle, and we sell the rest. Because he was saying something like, oh, yeah, I just put it in my car. I mean, I get back like 80% of it or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So you want to upsell this so you can make money. Nobody's ordering it, by the way. You're the only one ordering it. Also, how do you expect to make money if you're
If you're the only
How
one
do you
ordering
roll
it
like
for
$1
free.
dollar
$20
it.
bills, homie.
It's
Yeah.
just, so it was just this weird thing of like, I don't know. He was trying to flex it. And then everybody there had that we outside mentality. Because when he came to the bar and he ordered for my coworker, he was like recording her doing like pouring it, whatever, and then recording himself saying like, this is the shit, blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at him like,
Cringe.
you're one of those we outside people, ain't you? Like, God damn. And then they
Yeah.
recorded me and I was like, whoa, should have warned me before you did the flash, buddy. And I was like, all right. let me get
Also,
out
you
of-
need my consent to film me.
Yeah. They
People
didn't ask. So
really
I was just
don't pay
like,
attention to that.
pouring it like this. I was like,
I have
Out of the
I have
camera
a
frame and
fee
shit.
for those that don't know. I have a fee if you want to fucking film me at my job.
I'm going to start doing
There's
that,
there's
'cause
money that needs to be involved.
If you don't ask
Thank
me,
you. I'll send you an invoice.
if you don't ask me, I'm going to have a problem with it. If you ask me, cool, I can prepare myself for it, flash this and that. Yeah,
For
sure.
sure.
I'll probably say yeah, absolutely. 99% I will say yes. But if you just do it, I'm going to be pissed. And I'm going to tell you no.
I do have a question. Did you taste this said tequila?
Yeah.
The Irish tequila.
Yeah, it tasted additive free for sure. However, it was rough going down. So it may have been like like as far as like coloring and all that stuff, like it may have been free of that, but there had to have been some kind of addition to the tequila than just 100% blue agave. Like there was no way. It was too rough going down.
You can do blue agave, I'm
I think-
guessing, but if you're not using the same water,
Yeah, it just
you're using
freezer's
water
open.
from
If
up
it's
there.
not from
God damn it.
Jalisco, it's not tequila.
the thing
Right.
with like 100% blue agave tequila is that it's nine times out of 10 it's all gonna be really smooth. It's you're not supposed to have that face. Like,
No, yeah.
it's a smooth spirit, right? So it wasn't that it was bad. It wasn't great either. I was just like, I don't trust the Irish to make tequila, just like I wouldn't trust the Mexicans to make whiskey, for the
Gin,
most part,
like,
or
you
gin.
know?
Yeah.
Fucking like I just
There's a place and time for everything.
yeah, like Irish tequila just sounds weird to me. I don't know.
I think the Japanese got the rest of the world confused that they can all just make whatever spirits they
They
want.
make whatever they want. They have vodka. They got whiskey.
Just because they can do it, don't mean you can.
Doesn't mean you can.
Satori's really good though.
Satori's
really good.
I mean, they make
their
ama-
Roku gin.
their
is
Roku,
good,
yep.
Their haiku vodka is solid.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
they're
they
good-
want.
they're good at- they're
because
good at it.
They're strict.
But
in that
there's
country.
laws. There's literal laws that are put behind. Like that's why when you said Irish tequila, I was like, that's not a thing. Like the whole
think
thing about
it is.
it'll be
distilled in
100. It'll be
Mexico.
100% blue agave, but it won't be a literal tequila. Like they can't
Yeah,
have the
it can't
word
be.
tequila on the bottle
Yeah.
because it's not made in Jalisco.
Exactly.
Like if
just
it's
like
like
just
there's
like
l-
bourbon.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's bourbon and scotches and everything. They have to be made in a specific place.
It's
for
an
you to be
agave
able to
spirit.
call
I think it is
And
distilled.
cognacs.
It'll be an agave spirit,
Yeah.
like an Irish agave spirit, which still I'm like
Sounds like a lot.
sounds scary.
But just to wrap up the story, right?
But also, who asked for that?
dude,
Who said I need the
And
Irish
also,
to make a tequila?
this dude is fucking Mexican. Dude, that's
That's
you're doing your
embarrassing.
reggaeton and you're letting
I've
an
met a lot of
Irish.
Irish Mexicans though. I ain't gonna lie. I have.
Really?
Like people who were mixed with Irish and Mexican.
Yeah, so
I
do I.
know quite a few, or have known quite a few.
Or Italian.
Not making that up. I'm talking.
But still, it was
ginger
like-
hair, everything.
damn.
Dead ass.
Now,
That's
once
cool.
I didn't know that was such a melting pot, but apparently it is.
No, it is in Chicago for sure.
Oh, well now we're learning something.
Yeah, but
Now
this-
we
this
know why
dude-
they have an Irish tequila.
maybe. But this dude never once addressed that he was Irish. Did address that he was Mexican. So I thought it was kind of weird that he chose this spirit to be sponsored by. So just to wrap it up, towards the end of the night, right? He comes up to me and tells me like, "Hey, so and so, the promoter is gonna take care of it, so just don't charge my card, whatever, this and that." Comes towards the end of the night, I grabbed it. The artist had already left. I grabbed the dude. I'm like, "Hey, we got to sell this tab real quick before you head out." Their tab was like almost 400 with the autograph because I made sure to autograph them. Fuck that shit.
Absolutely.
And he was like, "I don't have that money." I was like,
What do you mean?
"What do you mean?"
What do you
How
mean?
do you-
Like the Jennifer Lawrence be like,
yeah.
"What do you mean?"
What do you mean?
And then
What
I
do you
had, I had again to explain to them the whole thing of like why this and that, and yeah, so they ended up not being able to pay whatever. Like
First of all, it was only $400.
it was, and he told me he's like, "Yeah, like we're all kind of broke. We kind of did this hoping to make some money. You did this shit broke. Why are you throwing an event when you're fucking broke?
That
You
doesn't
broke
make sense.
motherfuckers.
Wait,
That's why
they
none of
said
y'all are
this-
gonna make it out
They
and make
said
it
this
big."
out loud to you?
Well, everybody was gone already, but you are broke throwing a fucking event. What the fuck are you doing?
That doesn't.
What the fuck are you fucking doing? I'm trying not to shout, so I
But
don't
also,
click.
like-
what the fuck?
How can you how do you throw an event and you want to sell this tequila to make money, but then
And
you
don't
guys are
fucking sell
ordering
it. You're
all
all
this tequila?
drinking it.
Yeah, you're all drinking
You're all
it.
drinking it,
And you
'Cause
expect
at
it to
one
be
point
for
of the
free.
night, the dude was like, "Oh, I didn't get to." He's like, "Well, I need to get another bottle because didn't get to drink my bottle because everybody drank it before I got here." I'm like, "That's your fucking problem. Those are your
That's
fucking friends. You should have
your
told them to not
issue.
drink it all. That's your fucking problem. I'm supposed to sell this. I cannot give you free liquor." Thankfully, the tab they ran up only had 2 of our drinks. The rest of it was their tequila.
Okay.
So
okay.
the owner didn't really lose any money, maybe like $25. But the
Okay.
tab was entirely their shit. So they settled it. It was cool. But it was still the principle of it that was like, how do you guys do this? How do you go about doing this? I hope they never come back. I hope none of the artists fucking make it. They all flap and shit. Fuck that shit. Y'all are some broke motherfuckers trying to do this shit. Like, I get it, trying to do something on a budget, but like, don't do it at the expense of other people's
Of the
livelihood,
event.
of the space, of the people
Yeah.
that work there. Like,
How are you going to make money on the event when you don't have enough money to cover
put-
everything from the event?
Yeah.
Right.
Because if something happens,
Any
whatever
incident.
profit you made goes back to the event.
Exactly.
So you're
Yeah.
back to square one, or you're doing less.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Did they have a lot of people that showed up?
not enough. Maybe 40. at
Oh
some point.
I
God.
guarantee you they borrowed money from all of them to make the event.
Oh
I
my
don't know, those 40
God.
people
Maybe.
These are
showed
their
up.
investors.
Maybe fucking 40. But it was just,
Oh, that's
this shit was
rough.
so
That
fucking
is
lame.
so rough.
And I get it, like your local talent trying to come up, but like when you come with that energy of like, oh well, this is our tequila. Like legally, we can't give away free alcohol.
Exactly.
We can't. That is a law. We can't. So I couldn't give this to you anyways.
But also, if you're local
gave you-
talent and you're trying to come up too, like
That's a bad way to spread your
Um,
name, man.
you should probably be more humble
Start small.
and start smaller. And even if you're going to have an event like that, like maybe don't actually bring your own tequila, especially
Yeah,
if you're
and
the
then
only one
Don't
who's
bring your own
drinking
tequila,
it.
bring money.
Bring money.
anything,
Money.
and here's what it would have made it completely different. If the guy that sponsored it saying, okay, here's also $500, let me run my card for 500.
Yeah.
Boom, that's different. Now we can give it away.
Yeah.
But it's been paid for now. Yes, that changes it entirely. But your
That's
sponsor
cool.
never did that. So go talk to him and maybe get a different fucking sponsor.
But
because
also,
they
who
didn't
is
hook
this
you up.
tequila brand?
I
Like,
forget what the name of it is. It's-
because like I'm wondering, like, if you're sponsored by an event, there's usually like a person that comes and is like, oh, like if you're with the reps
Yeah.
will come, like if you're with Casamigos or Don Julio,
Yeah.
they'll have a rep and be like, there's so many bottles, or like we did an event for Kendall Jenner. It was one of her friends' birthdays, and so 818 sponsored the entire event.
Yeah.
So we had all these cases of 818. Who can't? Shh, it's fine. No one likes that tequila anyway.
Yeah.
It's fine. But we had all the tequila brought up for that. Now they paid for the event space, they paid for the dinner, they paid for the drinks. It was an open bar.
Yeah.
That is different.
And it's a tab
That's
that's already
different. That's
taken
a
care of.
tab that's already paid for.
Right.
Drink as much tequila as you want because it isn't even ours.
Right.
And when they were done at the end of the night, they were like, "Oh, you guys can keep the rest." So literally everyone
that's
who
the
worked
best.
took a bottle home.
No
It's the
shit.
best.
Yeah. So it was kind of gnarly.
Shout out to the places that let you do that.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
like other places
Because
like
I
Beauty and
get-
Essex where they all keep it and then the management takes it.
Yeah, the management takes it home, and then all the people who work the event don't even get the amount of money that they were promised,
Assholes.
and they don't even get the reward of, hey, you can at
Nothing.
least take a bottle home.
Yeah.
You know,
Jesus.
like that's just, and I don't want to hear the whole, oh, we're not allowed to do that. Yeah, you're not allowed to take it either.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
So
Like, what do you
You
mean?
can skirt the rules for yourself, but not for me. But I work for you. Like, come on, man.
Okay, I do have to ask. Like, do you guys ever do events and like? Okay, how do I put this? So I did events at Soho House, right? For that one, we would get gratuity from the actual event. So like, we did like an Amazon Christmas party. We got the 20 G's. That was the service charge, the gratuity.
Right.
Yeah.
But now at the other place, we redacted for me. We would do events, but they would just give us like a 55 an hour or a 45 an hour with no gratuity. And so the service fee and the service charge would go to the events
Depends
team.
on how busy and how long you were there.
It was a Saturday. They were like, these are the parties that were on like Saturday and Friday nights.
busy
I
as
don't.
fuck.
I don't mind the 55 an hour.
But imagine you're working a
But,
Saturday
but
night.
How many hours are you working?
You're only going to be there from event maybe starts at 8 and you're there until 1. Or sometimes the event would be like from 7 to
But I'm just saying,
11.
amount of hours, say, is on
How busy,
average
too?
about 5 hours.
It's not even that about the busy. Like you're basically just tray passing.
Right. Like, let's
Okay,
just break
okay,
it down by
sorry.
numbers. I'm just saying for people out
Yeah,
there. Who
it's
may
not like full service. Like these are events that are bought out from they're buying out our entire like place, and they're throwing these crazy parties where they like have to ship in equipment and like
Yeah.
take it. Like honestly, I've gone to my old job sometimes and been like, where am I? Like one family did their Christmas party. They bought out the entire restaurant on a Saturday night, changed it into a winter wonderland. Oh yeah,
Shit.
and we've had a few bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers got money.
Yeah.
But the service charge doesn't go towards any of the team.
Right.
So why
it
call
goes
it a service
to-
charge?
So that's what I'm trying to
The-
break down for
yeah.
everyone else out there. So we've already broken down the event, but let's talk about if it's going to be $55 an hour. Let's say on average it's about 5, maybe 6 hours.
You're not like 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, so you said 8 to 1, so that'd be closer to 5.
Okay, so it depends on the event.
I'm
Sometimes
just saying,
yeah,
on
yeah.
average,
Let's
it's
do
about
yeah.
5 hours.
Let's say 5
So
hours.
you say 5 hours at $55 an hour, but on a Saturday, you're liable to make anywhere from where you work about 45 on a slow night to 65, 70. I'm guessing, right?
Like 450 to
I'm
like
saying per hour.
5 to 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
so breaking it
hour.
down per hour.
Well, hourly, yeah, because it's minimum wage, and then if you add gratuity,
Right.
it runs about like in total. I'd probably be making around like 5 something to 6, depending on the.
Okay, but breaking
Depending.
it down by hour, I'm just saying if they're gonna say we're not gonna give you any of the extra, we're just gonna pay you per hour, then you have to like break it down to say how much would I make per hour
Right.
if this event wasn't here.
Yeah.
So if you're able to do that and look at it and say, well, it's about even, it never is.
No.
Because if it's about even, that's about even on what they are saying that you're taking home, not what you normally should be taking home, what you normally could be taking home. What are your cash tips?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
someone really like you that
Well,
day?
baby, it
And-
used to be 45, and all of us were like $45 for me to drive all the way from Torrance to guess where, and fucking work for 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday night and make what's 45 times like 5?
A lot.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
It's not as
Too
much
much for
as
me
it
to
sounds.
calculate.
225.
225
Yeah.
Pre-tax though.
on a Saturday.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm
garbage.
saying.
No,
While
thank you.
they're trying to tell you that the 55 sounds like a big number, because for other people they may be
275.
You know, so let's talk about it for people out there who do not work in the industry.
Oh, yes,
I'm trying
absolutely.
to break it down for them. So when all these people are complaining about service workers like working in a McDonald's or something like that, trying to get their pay bumped up closer to $20 an hour, and then you hear, oh, well, you're getting paid $45 an hour to work an event. That's pre-tax. But that is pre-tax service industry. We get taxed higher, but we get taxed higher because they assume what tips we're going to make. We
Right.
get taxed higher whether we get those tips or not.
Yeah.
So that's where the
1000%.
disparity kicks in of, yeah, we can say we may make $45 an hour or $50 an hour, but it's not even that. It's closer to $25 an hour with no tips on a Saturday night, which we could have made closer to an actual $45 an hour, which is one of your 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 shifts a week.
Yeah.
You know, so just do all the, I'm saying for everyone else out there, do all the math and think about how high we get taxed on our paycheck. We may think that we're going to make 200 or 250 in a night and make half of that. So to be told that we have to come in on a Saturday night and work these crazy events, even if it is just tray passing, you could have made more money that fucking night, man.
Yeah,
You
I could have made way more money. I could have
Yeah.
been somewhere else. I could have been doing anything else.
anything. Give me that night off.
Something that people out there probably don't know, if you don't work in the service industry, and your tips, you don't walk away with cash. Well, if you walk away with cash, you're supposed to put in how much you made that night, and you get taxed off that. But in a place, most places now, your tips will be on your paycheck. Now, if you make close to, let's say you made $2,500 before taxes. After taxes, you'll probably make $1,700. Now, if you make closer to,
That's pretty generous,
and
actually.
that's being that. So but the more you make, the higher the taxes. So let's say like if my paycheck was supposed to be $3,000 and that's after taxes, that means I probably actually made like $4,100. But I'm only getting the $3,000, you know? So there's like a whole grand that is missing.
And on top of that, you have no clear path to healthcare.
No.
So if you
'cause
do
don't have
Yeah.
health insurance
Yeah.
after all that.
And you
So
still don't have health
for-
insurance
for
because
those
you
out there
did,
who
Still don't
like,
have
"Oh,
that.
that
Tax
still makes
return."
sense," we get
because
no
you
healthcare, and
because you
there's no
didn't work
option for
30
healthcare.
hours a week, so you don't qualify for health insurance. And I'm like,
And they will make sure you don't get enough hours to
yeah,
get
to get health insurance.
And then
because they are
you
mandated.
owe the state more money because you don't have the health insurance.
Yep. America.
We get punished for working in this industry.
Yeah.
And then the people who are upset that we're upset that we don't always make the amount of money for the job that we work don't understand that we're not complaining about you specifically. We're complaining about the system. And yeah, it sucks. And yeah, we did choose this job, but doesn't everyone complain about their job? It's just no one tries to help the service industry, but they always want to add more to what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now I see these fast food places that are incorporating robotics and all this other stuff.
Yep.
Come on, man. Just tip us more. You won't have a robot fucking up your order. You can complain to a regular person.
You got something
on,
to chime
man.
in on?
Fuck AI. Like what you want?
I don't know. Anything. I feel like we haven't been present a lot. I feel like I've been stealing the mic
Damn,
a
you
lot.
have to
And
call him out like that. He
I
took his
was-
feet off the footbridge.
I know.
man. Like, let this
I
man live.
wanted to give
was-
this man the
Yeah,
spotlight
he
a
was
little bit.
comfy. He
Oh no, I was listening to the,
Oh,
to
I-
the stories.
He's listening to our story.
I just
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
he didn't have a chance to
I
talk.
talked, I talked about training.
For once, P, you're the loud one. It's
The
good.
remote.
We like to see
The
it.
other
Not for
remote.
once.
The other
It's
remote.
been going on the last couple of weeks.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
yeah.
I got a lot to say.
Oh.
Shit. Speaking of having a lot to say, I saw this one funny ass fucking video which kind of talks about like flare tending and theatrics and
Oh, God.
bullshit.
Flare tending.
Not that. Not
Flare
that.
tending is like the. It's
But like this wasn't even
the
flare.
worst. I,
mean,
only like it when I'm really drunk and I'm in Vegas.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to be a flare tender a little bit, but
No,
my
this-
bar is so small. I have
You
no fucking. There's no way I can even practice. Like,
Okay,
it's just
let me
like-
take
this
back my
takes
statement.
flare tending to a whole new definition.
Let me take my statement back though. I
Yeah.
do have a bartender friend who is an amazing flare tender.
Yeah.
His name is Levi. Shout out Levi. I love you. He does some shit that I'm like, how did you catch that?
Right.
Like, how did you do that? Amazing. Obsessed. you
No,
know?
I like the idea of it, and I look at it and I kind of practice it, but I just don't have the room at my bar. It's too many of us back there.
This one's pretty funny. It takes flare tending to a whole new meaning. Can you see or no?
I can see enough of
I
it.
can see
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
slide out
I'll
of
just-
frame. I can see it.
Okay. This takes flare tending to a whole new meaning.
Oh yes.
You lit that drink on fire.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
They do not have eyebrows. Hold on. We gotta watch
Wait,
that one more time.
Maybe 5 more times.
You can see where like the air bubble pops up, which causes it to pop out. Watch, you see right there. After this.
Oh my god!
He flamethrowered their face. Oh my god, I'm
One more
screaming.
time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
Oh my god.
Let's watch the replay in slow motion.
Bro, they don't have eyebrows. They don't have.
Damn, look at that. That is a fucking torch.
That is crazy.
He did a full on. Oh
fucking
my god.
money
Oh my god. Oh
shot.
my god. Oh my god.
He is on fire.
He had it at an angle, which meant the liquid was gonna pour out on the bar top or on her,
Or on her.
and that's what fucking.
Why didn't he go up?
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Entire
Engulfed.
torso. is engulfed.
Whoa.
Dude.
Yo, if that was me, because I have braids and some of this is synthetic hair, I would die.
They're smoking.
They are
literally
smoking.
smoking.
That's insane.
Wait, guys, I have to tell you. I caught on fire at my job.
This recent?
Yes. I caught on fire. So I was like reaching over to put like this tomahawk down on a table, and the person had moved the candle to the end of the table. And so now I'm leaning over so my braids dip, and they're like caught on fire. And the girl like sitting next to me, she's like, "You're on fire." I was like, "Thank you."
Oh my god.
I know.
And then
know,
she goes, no, you're on fire. And I look down and there's like flames shooting out my ass. And I'm like, yeah, I caught on fire.
Jesus.
Girl is on fire.
Yeah. It was
Oh
one of
my
those.
God.
It was one of those.
Wow.
Guys, be careful. If they tell you to put your hair up at work, put your hair up at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of the fire tricks. I don't mind fire when it incorporates, or not incorporates, when it enhances the flavor of something.
Yes.
You know, you're
Like a smoky old fashioned, like doing a,
Yeah.
you know,
Any of those
doing
things?
doing the rosemary, and then you're like mixing in the because it
Yeah.
adds like a thing to it, you know.
If it's functional, I'm all for
Love.
it. I it's not that I have a problem with flair or the theatrics.
Or
just
flair.
make it make sense. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the bar in? Have you guys seen the bar in Japan?
Yes.
The guy who
Yes.
he's basically one of the number one bartenders like in the world right now.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's so insane. Like he lights the entire bar
Wait,
top
we
on
did
fire.
that video.
We did.
Yeah,
When
you did.
MP, shout out to MP.
Yes.
Shout out to MP. Why did I point at TV?
Wait, I
still
was
on.
there. Oh my god, yeah, we've done it. We've done it
Yeah.
before. But I'm just like bringing it back to him. Like that's flair bartending taken to like another level. But it's safe because you can tell they're like no arms on the bar.
Right.
Like there's no like you're not anywhere near.
up.
Your
Back up.
people
Mhm.
have backed
Yeah.
up. They're sitting on
Yeah.
their stools, but they're not touching the bar at all. You know, there's like a safety element to it. This guy straight up pointed a flamethrower at their fucking faces and said, "We
Watch
out."
out, bitch.
Hey,
We out.
He's probably just a poor bartender in general because he was pouring it with the pour spout towards them.
Yeah.
Even if that
Insanity.
drink wasn't on fire, regardless, like bro from the side? Come on,
I
man.
don't even understand what was the goal.
To set them on fire, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand what he was intending
They were
Like,
to
what
do.
was he doing there? Yeah.
Wait. You could say they were lit.
Oh God. Oh
You asked for total
God.
silence. on that.
You guys did this.
Come on now. Do better. Do better. That one was not
We'll
good.
come up like, yo, I heard this bar is lit. You heard right.
But
Oh wait, guys, I've played around with one of the Elon Musk like
No, that is not a
flamethrowers.
knee slapper.
woman, what?
I've played around with the Elon Musk flamethrower before.
Really?
It's very fun. I'm like a pyro. I'm definitely like a pyro. I love
Wait, why does
flame.
he have a flamethrower?
Wait,
Tesla
you've
flamethrower.
never the Tesla flamethrower?
I don't pay
Oh.
attention to that.
Oh, what? Oh,
don't
you
pay
don't know?
attention.
He was
I don't
selling a
have a
flamethrower for like $200.
Yeah, it was like
a
$200
couple years back.
Yeah, my friend,
Do I
my
look
friend,
like
There's also
I can
Tesla
afford a
tequila.
flamethrower.
there is a Tesla tequila. My friend's friend had one, and so we went onto their balcony at night, and I was like, "Ah!"
Crazy. It's legal to own a flamethrower.
That's insane.
It was fun. It was very fun. I felt very was giving like Rambo. Is that the right movie?
Rambo.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm sure he had one.
It was like, ah,
Yeah, I'm sure he had one.
Oh, yeah.
say hello to my little
Tesla
friend.
Añejo
That's Scarface.
Tequila.
I think that's
I-
a different
wait,
movie.
what?
Scarface.
What was that?
Tesla Añejo Tequila.
Yeah, they have a tequila.
Yeah, in cancer. Here. It's a
It's
thing.
actually like a thing.
Depending on where you buy, it could be
Looks like
500
a fake ass Fallout symbol.
It does look like a fake ass Fallout symbol.
Oh my god. Nerds.
Do better, Elon.
Nerds.
I need to watch Fallout, but I gotta get through
That was-
Shogun.
I know. I need to watch Fallout too. Ugh, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm ready-
ass
I'm getting-
fucking-
This
I
has
don't-
been out for like
I
some
don't
years
like
though.
it.
I'm
Really?
getting ready for
I
Bridgerton.
don't like it.
This has been out for some.
Different podcast.
That's
It's
that's for
it
the
goes for
girlies.
$1,000 by the way.
How much?
See,
$1,000
1,000.
for the tequila.
For the
For the
Tesla
Tesla tequila.
Añejo?
$1,000. It's a Añejo, right? Is it extra Añejo or just Añejo?
Just Añejo.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Just,
like
it
it.
just says
I don't like
I mean, I feel like you just own that just to have it in your house, you know?
the brand of tequila in the bottle is called Nosotros, worth about $50. The bottle itself, though, is in high demand.
So we're just paying for the bottle.
You're paying for the decanter.
Yeah, you're paying for it to sit on your shelf. Like you don't really need to.
Oh
Drink it.
People
wow.
need to do better.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, did you have a video?
I need, yeah, because I need the palate cleanse us after that. That was
That was so rough.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for those women. They don't have eyebrows or like the front of their head, like hair, like you know, anything that was any polyester gone. Oh, sorry.
So this is the one.
So this is where you want to eat? Very exotic.
Can you believe the name of this place? I really thought we weren't allowed to use that word. It's like they're being racist to each other.
So is it like a restaurant or a European mall? I didn't even know they had malls in Europe. Look at that little girl's hair. It's so yellow. It's fascinating in here. So this is how they would eat in their European village? Everything looks sticky. That waitress over there reminds me so much of my nanny. You know, she was like a mother to me. After a while, I didn't even see her as European American anymore because she was like a mother to me. Howdy! Excuse me. Hi. Do you know my nanny? We should go. You know, ethnic food really does upset my stomach.
Oh
Not
God.
ethnic food.
This is
Not the
insane.
ethnic.
She looks like my nanny. Hello? Howdy?
Calling
Do you know
something-
my nanny?
Calling something ethnic sounds borderline like a slur.
It really does.
My
It is.
favorite,
It is. Too.
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite thing about seeing Black British people is hearing their accent when they make fun
Of
of
Americans.
of white British people.
Oh.
I fucking get some kind of joy out of that because it feels like white people when they're trying to imitate us, but it's like, no, they really talk like
No, that's actually what
That's
they
accurate.
yeah,
Yeah.
By choice.
It feels like cultural appropriation.
Yes.
Reverse gentrification or some shit like that. I just love it. I love that video. And especially as someone who used to frequent Cracker Barrel quite a bit.
I've never been to a Cracker
Oh,
Barrel
yeah.
or a Waffle House.
I would go into Cracker
I know.
Barrel with that same energy.
Wow.
That's how I felt.
You're like,
when I
everything
would
in
go
here
in
is
there.
sticky.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a gift shop as you enter Cracker Barrel in order to
Aren't
get
you supposed to be like eating? Like, why is there a gift shop?
it's
Exactly.
it's a gift shop
to
for
remind
just
you of the good old days.
yeah.
That's literally the first thing you see when you walk through.
It's a
is
gift
the
shop of antebellum South.
You
basically.
go through there to go to your table.
Yeah.
Then you sit at your table. But it is nice when you're, being serviced by white people.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And like the food is
Bring me
delicious
my
and
wild
southern.
Maine
And the food at
blueberry
Cracker Barrel is not
pancakes.
bad. It's not
Wild
bad.
Maine blueberry pancakes is fire, man.
It's not bad.
They're,
It's not
they're,
bad.
their
Oh,
food
God,
is so good. It just makes me wish for a simpler time when white people still season their food.
I mean, if you go to the
That's
South,
I mean,
they season their
technically,
food.
it was us seasoning their food in the kitchen.
Gee. Damn.
So is that why their food sucks now?
Damn.
Yeah.
They don't have us in the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheesh.
There
It's
you
got
go.
darker
That
than
is rough, my
got
friend.
darker than Meet the Grams on
Wait,
Friday
okay.
night.
So speaking of like European, so okay, there's a video and it's this black guy and he's trying Popeyes for the first time. And it's like, and he's a British black guy.
Oh,
And so
God.
he's speaking in British accent, he's whatever, and he opens the thing. He's like, hey, this is scone. This is scone.
Oh, no.
sorry. He goes,
Not
one
the
second.
biscuit.
He's like, a biscuit. Fucking dead. I was dying.
Oh God.
He goes, sorry, I had to say it that way. A biscuit. I was like, oh
Wait.
my God.
Wait, but like, how did he take the biscuit? Because you gotta.
Oh, I don't know if the video, like, I didn't watch the
Oh,
video to see
God.
him eat it
I
because
wanna
he
know.
did need
I
a
wanna
jug
know.
of water after that for sure.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen the
100%.
one where the guy eats the
Yes.
entire biscuit and like uses honey as like a palate
The
cleanser?
entire internet was just like,
He just does the
sir.
honey with the honey.
Sir,
Does
did
the
you?
honey like
He
a,
does the honey on like he's like
like a lime slice after a tequila.
literally
Yeah.
does not drink any water, and the whole internet was just like, "Sir, did you just house a Popeyes biscuit?
Like, your mouth is
With
sandpaper.
Are you okay? Like, because I'm thirsty for you currently.
God.
I
Has
take
it-
one bite out of a Popeyes biscuit, and I'm like, you know what? That's enough for tonight.
Did the dancing fool eat one of those biscuits and still dance? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
No, I do.
one
The
who goes
big,
and-
big guy. Yeah.
Is there video proof of him eating the Popeyes biscuit and
know.
still dancing?
I hate him.
'Cause that would
what you're
impress me.
talking
Out of everything else he's done,
This
that
is
would
big,
impress me.
muscular black guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking shark bite dude.
What?
That's what he does.
Yeah, so many names.
That's what he says after he eats a shark bite, and then he takes a bite out of his food.
I don't
That's
know.
what I know him by.
I didn't know I can hate him more.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to know this person.
Wait,
No.
I don't want to see any of
he
these
does
videos.
look like one of the guys from Street Sharks. If they
He
were
does look
black.
like a shark, which is even but because he has his like hair braids all the way back up here, so it just pulls his features
That's,
back. He looks,
it's all coming to me. That makes sense now.
He does look like a
when they
street
were
shark.
humans, he looks like one of
oh
them.
fuck yeah, he's like the 6'3", like super
Swole.
buff
Like hella
black guy,
swole.
like hella
Yeah.
swole, but then dances. when
And
he
it's just
eats
like
something, and
it's-
it just looks weird because like you should not be moving with that size.
But it's also just like Sambo pop locking. It just looks, it's so uncomfortable.
Like he
to watch.
dances like Terry Crews or like
Yes,
uncomfortable.
he
Yeah.
dances like Terry Crews, but it's always in a restaurant in front of white people after he eats.
That
so
was
he
my problem. He always did it in front of white people.
Yes, he goes and he like sits in a restaurant. And he's like, "Oh, this food is good," and he eats it, and he just gets up and he just starts popping and locking and like Terry
in
Crews.
front of all these white people.
Yes, and then they literally don't know what the fuck is going on. They're looking at him like,
That's why he did it.
yeah,
Because of the shock value.
Shock value.
Shock value.
The shot value
I was
of
trying
how
to
many
say
shots
shock
you've been having?
factor.
I got you.
Shock factor.
Jesus fucking Christ. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
another shot. No, but for the shock factor of it, of having all these people who are just minding their own business and they just see this one guy get up and dancing, it doesn't matter that he's this massive black dude. But for the rest of us looking at him was like, bro, if you don't fucking
Can you
stop.
sit your ass down? Just eat your damn food.
Please,
No, he
man,
started like I want to say he started in the pandemic or toward the end, and it's just been going on and on and on. It's just like, yo,
It's been going on.
Do you know who's the worst? The worst one is this black guy who goes to bars and says, "What's your most expensive?" Blah blah blah.
wealth. We've talked about him.
Hate him.
Can't stand that.
Can't stand this
Can't
man.
stand that
And he
fucking dude.
likes to film the servers or bartenders without asking them. I actually have a friend of a friend who is in one of his videos.
Do we have a clip?
I can probably
No?
pull it. I can probably pull one up actually.
We've done it before.
Yeah, he goes to bars and he goes, "What's your most expensive alcohol?" And most of them are like Louis XIII, blah blah blah, something like that. He'd be like, "Can I have it in a cocktail?"
Yeah. I brought it up because he
Idiot.
did a video of like some expensive
did a
tequila
video-
and margarita, and the bartender looked at him like, and in the comments you see all these people talking shit like, how dare that bartender have an
Judge
attitude?
and-
No,
Yeah.
because
It's
you're
like,
okay. Here's the
you're
thing:
ruining
when
it.
you start drinking really, really, really expensive tequilas or even whiskeys or scotches, they're meant to be enjoyed the way they were made.
By
So
themselves.
by themselves,
Or
So-
with a little bit of water, or maybe on rocks.
Just do one ice cube. Just do one ice cube. You'll be all right. I promise. But like this guy goes in and he's so cocky about it too. And then he'll be like, I guess that's okay. Like it's terrible. Like he did. Okay. So he actually came to my old job and we wouldn't let them in. And he made a whole TikTok like recording all of my like coworkers outside, like my front door guy, my security, everything, my GM, recording them, being like, they won't let me in, blah 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 blah, yada yada. First of all, he was drunk. Second of all, he had no reservation. Third of all, he was like, "Can I sit at the bar?" And they're like, "Well, actually, like." Are you like gonna order food? Like you have to sit at the table, And he's like, "Well, no, I just came in to get like whatever." They were like, "You're drunk. Like we're not doing this today." So he put my entire restaurant on blast. I think the videos are down now, so you can't even look them up anymore. But it was so wild because first he would have gone to the bar, he would have pointed a camera in your face, like, "What's your most expensive drink?" Honestly, we do have it. I'd be like, "M, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Let's go. $700. Can you make it into a cocktail?"
We get it. You want your shit how you fucking want it, but why would you do that? Because
Let's just take it a step further. I apologize for cutting you off, but you have all said this on this platform so many fucking times. Why would you do it? So I'm going to tell you why you don't do it. Because the people that you're trying to impress, they're actually judging you more for
Yes.
doing the thing you're doing. That is why the staff is looking at you that way. You are showing just the lack of education on the thing that you are purchasing. It's not whether or not you can afford it. When it comes to money, it is about appearances. And if you have that kind of money and you're acting like you don't know what to do with it, they're not respecting you. They know that that money's not going to last, and they know that you're not one of them.
Also-
Neither am I.
also,
But
he's
that's
not gonna
why I'm
tip on
judging
that.
you for trying to keep up with him.
He's
because
gonna
we
tip
both
him
know you
$20 and call it a day. And I'm like, you just ordered a $700 shot. You are not allowed to tip $20.
Yeah.
I had a girl order a McKellen 25 from me. First of all, I had to go find the bottle because I had
Mm-hmm.
no idea where it was. I had to run up and down. Blah blah. She told me $5. That shot is $500.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
ass bitch.
I was so mad. I said, I am not getting anything else for this fucking table.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. First of all, if you're gonna order something that expensive from anywhere for anyone, you are not leaving less than 20% because you clearly have it, right?
But it's all you did was just pour the shot, though.
Oh, no,
They
I
could have
didn't.
done that
It's not
themselves.
about
No.
Let her educate 'em.
It's no.
Let her educate
It
'em.
is the principle of the thing. You are not just ordering a Casamigos and tipping a $2 whatever. No, you are now in a different tax bracket. So if you can't afford that tax bracket, let's go ahead and go back down to
Stay out of it.
Casamigos.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna order Clase Azul Ultra, and if you know what Ultra is, then you know. Amazing for you. If you're gonna order that, put some respect on it.
But at the bottom line, too, is you can't fucking taste it. You're not going to be able to taste it if you put it in a cocktail.
It
Yeah.
just defeats
So
the
what the
purpose.
so if I just say, yeah, this is in there, you're not going to taste it. You can't taste. There's no possible way you can taste it unless you have complete control of every cell in your body and your taste buds that you can define and differentiate. You can't,
And no
taste
one can
it.
do that.
I
So-
can put the cheapest fucking tequila in that margarita. You're not gonna fucking tell.
And I'll still charge you for the
I'll still
expensive
charge you for the
tequila.
19
You're not
42.
gonna fucking tell.
Yeah.
People love to do at my old job, they love to do oh my God, can I get a Clase Azul East Side? And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's $93, but yeah, all right, let's go.
Yeah, whatever, bud.
Hey, it's
We're still gonna make
whatever
it.
you want, we're gonna
We'll
make
bring it up. We'll do it.
Yeah.
But
But guess what? You need to tip accordingly.
and
Because
then we're gonna come on here and talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
thank
And-
you.
And again, if you want to judge us being like, well, you ain't got it, you work here. Bitch, technically you ain't got it either. Because if you did, you know how to order it.
First
That's
of all,
the point.
speak for yourself.
is
If
the
I
point.
order Clase Azul, and I do,
I know.
Because-
I'm talking to them.
yeah, no, them.
To them who think we can't.
Oh yeah,
afford
no,
it
but I'm
because
letting
we
I'm
talked
letting
about
them
it.
know
Yeah.
I can afford it,
Yeah.
and I do afford it, and I do get to drink it
Yeah.
because I can. So,
And
and I
even
will
if
tip
we can't-
accordingly from whoever
But
I buy
are you
it from.
putting it in a margarita?
Hell no.
No,
That- and
and
that's the
even
point.
if we can't, we're not the one dumb enough to order it and then dilute it with something else.
Oof.
So
Yeah.
don't judge us for judging you, because then you look more stupid.
Yeah.
You do.
Just
Kill
be
yourself.
like, hey, why'd you make that face? Like, should I not have it that way? And then we will do everything we can to
In a non-condescending way.
Yeah.
If
That's
you
what
would
I was
like
gonna
me to
say.
give
I
you a
don't wanna
little
say-
lesson,
Yeah.
sure.
That's
I
what
can
was-
get.
that's
I
what was
can
trying to
teach you
find.
right now, like not right now, but I can teach you at the bar and be like, "This is how."
Shit,
The
I wouldn't do it.
things-
This is how
work.
and why.
Yeah.
This
If you're
is why.
paying that extra money, I will take the extra time. Period.
Yeah. Because it's time and
that's-
energy. Go ahead.
That's like showing a golden ticket.
Yeah.
You don't come up and show me a golden ticket and then do fucking piss poor behavior.
Yeah.
You showed me a golden ticket, so therefore I'm expecting golden behavior, because now I'm like, oh, golden ticket. Let me act accordingly.
Yeah.
Right.
If I do all of that and you still give me that piss poor behavior and that piss poor reward,
I'm your Willy Wonka in this fucking
Yeah.
journey. Don't
I-
go stealing my fucking candies and shit and getting kicked out.
I
because
do
now you
appreciate-
get nothing.
I do.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Good day.
I know what you were
I tell
doing.
you, good day.
I know what you were doing.
I do appreciate, though, I will say, I do appreciate people who come in and know exactly what they want and how they want it. And it's like something that's very fancy, or like not necessarily fancy, but something that's very high class. And they know exactly how they want it. They know exactly what it is. They know exactly, and they're like to the T. And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure thing. I will grab it for you right now, because clearly, and they order it like the correct way. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when, like, and this is going to be like the less expensive version of this. When someone orders a martini, guys, let's just get this down. I know you know how you want your martini. Don't have me. I'm not fishing. I'm not fishing for these answers. What do you want? Do you want gin? Do you want vodka? Yeah? Okay, cool. Do you want it dry? Do you want it dirty? Do you want it extra dirty? Do you want it slightly dirty? Like, come on. Have that
Extra
order.
dry? Do you
Extra
want me to
dry?
fucking
What
Do you want
garnish,
vermouth?
please?
Do you want no
the
vermouth?
swirl?
Do you want, what do you want? Do you want it
spit in
shaken?
it? What do you want?
Do you want it stirred? Do you want blue cheese olives? Do you want fucking orange? What's it called? The little like
blue cheese olives?
No, I
Regular
said blue cheese
olives.
olives. The little onions.
Onions. Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Oh.
Figure it out before
Yeah.
you come talk to me.
No, every
I am-
time someone orders a martini, it's like of 21 questions.
It's
thing.
21 questions. And I'm like, guys, you know exactly how you want
You
your
ordered
martini.
this.
I know you want it vodka. I know
you
you want
want
it dirty. I know
Antarctic
you want
ice?
blue cheese olives. Just say it.
Yeah. And then they just look at you impressed. Oh my God, you know how to take a martini? Or no, you don't know how to order a martini. That's what the fuck this
It's the
is.
exact opposite.
Yeah.
You don't know how to order a martini, so now I have to play these games with you.
Yeah.
I gotta play 21 questions, and I'm not 50 Cent, so don't.
Hey
make me do
yo,
this.
hey yo, hey yo.
But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and close this out.
Yeah.
But as we do that, I want to, for one, shout out the lovely ladies from last week as well as yourself.
They were
for
amazing.
popping at
They
the
really were.
end. Yeah, we got Robin, we got Jamie, we got Marilyn and Dez. Thank you all so much for coming up on the show and sharing your stories and sharing your perspective. We really appreciate that because this platform was always created with the intention of expansion to people outside of just the people who started it. This has never been just about us and our stories. It's been about the industry from day one and always will continue to be. So thank you so much for helping us do that and doing that yourself, because we have seen a lot of positive feedback from that, as well as, you know, positive attention and interest from, you know, other people, no matter gender or identities, that want to come up here and share their stories as well. So thank you to everyone else who's been a part of the last 98 episodes, because this is 99. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about, because you know, 2 years ago, man, we started this just sitting in our living room and
With one mic,
no
filters.
all we need is
No
one
filters.
laptop.
Now I look beautiful. Do you see this skin filtered?
Do you hear this voice?
You hear this voice? Ooh.
Silk
We
is
each have our own
smooth.
mic. Crazy.
Exactly. Thank you to everyone else out there who has been a small or large part. We really can't tell you how much it means to us for y'all to be a part of this. And we have so many more things in store for y'all. I know we've talked about it before, but we had to get this part like right, and now we got it.
Yeah.
We can work towards those things.
Yeah.
And you know, keep sending those ideas to us. I'd rather it not be in the comments. Just send it to us in the DMs so we can just talk about those things directly, because some people like to jump in the DMs and talk shit, which will not be tolerated. I'll let you know that right now. That's one thing I do keep final control over. You come with us with the nonsense, we will cancel you pretty quick.
Jump you in the comments too.
But again, also, it's been less than a year, but at the same time, thank you so much for your part in being a part of that. The
Being our
first
first
ever female co-host of this show,
woman,
like no matter what, nobody ever takes that away from you. We wish you nothing but the best with everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
And we will come see you soon for sure.
You better
we'll
come
figure
see
that
me.
out.
I don't know.
Someone
They
has
got
to get a
prehistoric.
fucking
They got
passport.
prehistoric animals there. I don't know.
Oh
about
my
that.
God. He's scared about
Get a
all the
fucking
animals.
passport. Stop being a bitch. we'll be
It's
out
hot
there
over
soon
there.
to see you. But really appreciate you taking all the time that you did to help us out, to help us grow this thing, and show everybody else out there that there was a place for them as well. So
Oh
thank
my
you
God,
for
yeah. I hope you guys I feel like being on here, it was really cool to, yes, be the first female, but I don't want that to be like door is closed to any other females. Like, oh my
Right.
God, please. I want this to be like a super open, like, guys, come through, take over, you
guys,
know?
gals, and non-binary
And
pals.
oh wow,
Shout out to
that's
Wilson.
like that one. That's
As
a good
it
one.
is.
That's not mine. That's
Oh,
my
well.
buddy Wilson.
I was like, that's a good one.
That's Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I should, but I'm not going to.
No, but I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed like with, you know, you guys, and being able to hang out with you every week and, you know, chat it up and kind of like almost be like therapy,
Yes.
you know, because we go through a lot, y'all. We
Oh,
go through a
dude.
lot.
Yeah.
And like, I can't wait for the girlies to come on and talk about all the crazy shit that women go through in this goddamn industry.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts. So I'm ready for it. I can't wait to watch from across,
Down under.
not the pond, but across the Pacific.
Down under.
On the other side of the world.
On the other side of the world. Yeah.
Damn, your winters are gonna be your summers now.
So I'm literally flying in. It's fall right now. It's about to be winter.
Shit. That's so wild.
Yeah.
So,
So
you're
I'm
gonna
getting
go
my-
almost 2 years without a summer.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Summer will be in
are brave.
November for me.
Whew.
So almost a year and a half. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then your toilet's gonna go the other way.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it
so.
rolls the other way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
How did I not know this? I don't know. I feel like I was there. I was just there. I don't think I noticed that.
That is a true thing.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Okay, I'm
upside down.
literally the second I get there, I'll send you guys a video of me flushing the toilet.
I
Don't worry, there'll be nothing in it. I'll just
I
flush
spent a
that.
couple weeks on the other side of the world. I never paid attention to how
Right?
the water did.
I've
Well,
been
that's
to-
in
I
the
told myself I was
southern
going to.
hemisphere. It goes
okay,
the
because
other
I was
way.
like, I've been to Bali.
It's
Like,
a- it's
there
the-
was no way.
yeah, below the equator. It's a below the equator thing.
Haven't been below the
Yeah,
equator.
yeah,
I was like,
there's-
Kenya's like on the equator, so it's like, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it might be in quick history lesson, either in Africa or South America, where there's one town where if you pour water down this little funnel, it goes one way, and if you travel like 50 feet the other way and do it, it goes the other way. It's so weird.
I need
There's
you
a video
to
of
come
it.
back with receipts for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Science.
yeah.
Bill
It's so
Nye,
weird.
the science guy. Bill.
Bill.
Sorry. If I started dancing too much, I'd look like that guy eating the chicken sandwich.
But you guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. I love you guys so much.
thank you
It's
for-
been awesome.
Thank you for breaking the ice and breaking
Oh, yeah.
into this.
I was breaking them backs too. Just kidding.
I think that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Alrighty then.
If you were dating any of these men, I did not mean that at all.
If you want to keep up with Kia and her adventures, you can find her at Kia Hearts You.
Yeah.
Keep up with her Aussie adventures.
Yes. Cheers,
Down under.
darlings. Down under.
Cheers.
Bottoms up, baby.
Oh, yeah. That's it right there.
That was hilarious.